Shiesty being accused of taking out a black AK-style pistol, pointing it at RD, presumably Gucci Mane, demanding he sign the contract release paperwork. RD allegedly complied, signed it, and then there is the claim that RD was not allowed to leave as he was held at gunpoint. So there's allegations that White also allegedly recorded RD signing the paperwork and being forced to say that he released Williams Jr. from the contract, and then afterwards it's alleged that Williams Jr. took RD's wedding ring and watch and earrings and cash. It was alleged that other defendants took out guns too and demanded property from other alleged victims. There was an allegation that McDaniel threatened to shoot BP, that MM was choked to the point that he nearly passed out, and embedded in the complaint are what appear to be photos allegedly showing cuts or abrasions on MM's neck and wrist. And there's also a claim that his wallet and watches, a Louis Vuitton bag, headphones, they were stolen. And then I'm just going to read this part verbatim and we'll get into it. Quote, RD was pushed onto the couch in the control room, causing the victims to believe they were going to be executed. Williams Jr. placed the barrel of a firearm to the back of BP's head and ordered him and RD to leave the control room and the studio through the west entrance of the office building. RD then instructed CW and TD to escort them to their vehicle. As the victims left, MM turned to Williams Jr. and asked him if they were really taking his watches. Based on later recovered surveillance video footage, the target suspects left the studio and the office building through the east entrance at approximately 4:48 p.m. So a bunch of questions here. Bradford, I'll first start with this. If this alleged recording of RD signing the contract against his will, what should we be thinking about that?
So far I haven't seen the recording, nor does anyone have a copy of the recording as of now. I don't know if there ever will be a copy of that recording. There has been no copy of the alleged contract that has been signed, nor has one been provided during the bond hearing. And they have actually said they don't know if one even exists. They suppose one exists. That's that part of it. Then the interesting part about, hey, am I really having my watches stolen? That's kind of a weird statement to be made between these individuals. And then what I think also is really important is the sloppiness of the complaint. At the beginning of the complaint, if you read, it says, this robbery occurred at approximately 4:50 p.m. at this address. Then later on in the complaint, it says they all left at 4:48 p.m. at this address.
Turn it back?
So, hey, am I really having my watches stolen? That's kind of a weird statement to be made between these individuals. And then what I think also is really important is the sloppiness of the complaint. At the beginning of the complaint, if you read, it says, this robbery occurred at approximately 4:50 p.m. at this address. Then later on in the complaint, it says they all left at 4:48 p.m. at this address. So even the sloppiness of the complaint is quite shocking when it comes to someone who's getting charged with a life felony. That's just one mistake that was made in that complaint. There's
how are you
others
going to
that
leave
were
at
made and
4:48
contradictions that
and the
happened
robbery
during that
took place
complaint that were
at
very unusual. But there's also another part where they say that Lontrell, who held this gun to somebody's head and said all these different things. And then there's another part of the complaint that says, actually, he told one guy, hey, put your gun down, don't shoot this guy, or something like that. So there's a lot of contradicting statements that were made within the complaint, not to mention how sloppy the complaint was put together. And during the bond hearing, I think very smartly, they had the FBI agent that actually wrote that complaint. She's only been an FBI agent for 3 years. They had her in the courtroom, but they didn't want to put her on the stand to be cross-examined. They put another FBI agent who is like a 16-year FBI agent. They put her on the stand to testify as to what the other FBI agent wrote in her complaint. The whole thing was quite unusual. And like I said, it's weird that they would do this without an indictment and just a complaint, but I have my suspicions as to why.
Well, this goes back to something that else you mentioned. It seems a lot of this is based on the witness accounts, right? Not of what happened or allegedly happened in that studio. And you mentioned something earlier I want to explore. You're saying these alleged victims told local law enforcement what happened or allegedly happened, but they didn't speak with the FBI. So two questions about that. One, based as far as you know, is what's listed in the government's claims, is that accurate from the reports that were filed by local PD? And two, why wouldn't they speak to the FBI if that's true?
So the first part of that is I don't know, because the reports that I got from that evening from the Dallas PD are completely redacted, meaning it looks like, it's a sea of black that is all these reports. So the reports from that evening don't give me a lot of detail as to what exactly was said or who said it. That's the first portion. So I can't tell you whether or not it's accurate to the complaint. I can tell you the complaint is rather sloppy in terms of what each person said and where things took place.
Shiesty's beating this case,
aside,
bro.
that's the first part of that. Why
Shiesty's
wouldn't they
beating
talk
this
to the FBI? It
case.
could be sometimes something happens and you feel some sort of way that night, and then time goes by and you start to consider my options and how this is going to go, and that I have to be at kind of the FBI's beck and call, subpoenaed to come to Dallas, Texas,
Shiesty's
subpoenaed
beating
on
the
phone
case.
calls and different memorandums and different things that going forward. And, you know, it's quite unusual. The hip hop rap world looks at snitching in different ways. And sometimes people say everything is snitching. There's one guy who's on, he's got a podcast. He thinks everything's snitching. You know, if you plea, it's snitching. If you do this, it's snitching. So people are really divided as to, like, you know,
It
these
sounds
guys
like
are
Whack
real
100.
gangsters, but now on the other hand, they're snitching. And then other people are saying, well, you know, the guy's a businessman now. He's not a street guy. And, you know, that's just the way, you know, you should do business a certain way. There's a lot going on here, a lot of dynamics. So I don't know why they haven't spoken to the FBI in 3 or 4 months. The FBI seems to think it was just a scheduling conflict, which I find extremely hard to believe.
They said that at the bond hearing?
Yeah, she said it, yeah. We just couldn't get together in the past 4 months.
Yo, you know what Shiesty need to do? Beat this case and come out that contract.
They just was too busy. So, like, you know, I just don't buy that. Now, whether or not going forward they're going to be cooperating in the level of cooperation, that I don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't depend on that on any case. I assume cases are going forward based on the evidence that was presented at a bond hearing, and I assume that they're telling me the truth, that, you know, they're going to be cooperating. You know, the FBI says they're going to be cooperating. So I can't take it as that they're lying to me. I prepare my case.
You know, Shiesty need to beat this
Whether or not
case
a trial that ends up
and
being
get out
the
the
case,
contract.
it's usually not.
So I want to now go into a specific piece of alleged evidence about your client that was part of this filing, and was purportedly used, you know, to support for the arrest. And so it says, the complaint claims that your client was wearing an ankle monitor because he was serving a sentence, like you mentioned, the prior case, these federal charges, I believe drug and weapons charges, and he was sentenced to home detention. He had to wear an electronic monitoring device, and they say that authorities were able to allegedly use the location data from that device to seemingly track his apparent movements near the crime scene. And I believe they say that the ankle monitor was used to track him and William Sr. to a Staples, and the allegation was there that they went to a Staples early in the day to print off that agreement, to print off the contractual release paperwork that they say they were forcing RD to later sign. And the feds also claim that the surveillance video and the GPS data, they put them there. So talk to me about the ankle monitor.
That's crazy.
9 days after my mother came to Canada to help me with my newborn, she passed away.
Tell me about the ankle monitor.
Sure. First, let me just address the Staples thing. Like, I don't even care if they're at Staples. Like, they're going to a recording studio, and normally my clients usually print off the lyrics for different individuals. If you have 5 individuals that are going to be on one record, and they each have a section or a part, they'll usually print those things off. So I really didn't care about the Staples thing. The electronic monitor, again, people will tell me, oh, we have this data. This is the data that we have. And then when I get it, it's typically not what they represent. Now, I don't know. It could be exactly what they represent. And if it is, then we'll deal with it. Then, you know, then we don't say a certain defense of, oh, well, he wasn't there, or he was in the area, or whatever it is. We have to create the defense and create a way to make sure that they're held to their burden,
Shiesty's coming home from
so
jail,
it doesn't
bro.
matter what they say, it's matter what they have. So
But
yes,
he was
if they
wearing
have
it?
that,
Was he wearing a monitor?
Him,
Do you know?
yes, he was wearing an electronic monitor, and if they have the data and the data is accurate, then we deal with that. But I don't know if that's the case. You know, I had a murder case that I got dismissed that was in Tampa, where they're like, hey, this phone, it puts him right at the scene at the time of the shooting. Then I get the data, it puts him within 350 yards of the scene somewhere near the time of the shooting. So it's like, it's always some little twist on what they say and what I get. There's usually a difference. Now, I don't know if that's the case here. It might not be. So I have to see what the actual evidence is first, and then I'll deal with it.
Shiesty might be
Let's talk
coming
about
home.
the vehicle ID and cell phone record evidence. So the affidavit claims that Wright's father owns a 2020 Dodge Charger Helicat with Tennessee plates.
Snap.
And authorities allegedly used license plate readers to track the Charger following another car, Dodge Ram, at 2:18 p.m. on January 10th. Then they claim that the Dodge Ram looks like the one on surveillance video near the studio, near the crime scene later that afternoon. They apparently used the license plate readers to also link the Charger traveling close to a white Buick Enclave, and through rental records, they determined that that Enclave was rented by Williams Sr. And the cell phone records for Williams Jr., again, your client and others, and the telematics location data for the cars, as well as the GPS data from the electronic monitoring device, authorities claim they're tracking them the journey from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas, Texas. That the electronic monitoring device allegedly aligns with the records, tracking to Windrose Tower, where Williams Jr. was allegedly residing, traveling to the alleged crime scene, when they allegedly left the scene, going to the Comfort Inn at one point. And, by the way, with the Comfort Inn, authorities allegedly have rental records from the rooms and surveillance footage allegedly showing them at this location, and that some of the defendants were wearing clothes that were very similar to what the suspects were allegedly wearing at the studio based on the surveillance footage. So I know that's a lot, Bradford, but basically digital evidence, right? It's surveillance, it's rental records, it's cars, GPS. Talk to me about that.
So long story short is, if all of that is true, the most that does is put everyone at the scene, right? It still doesn't say if a robbery occurred, doesn't say that a kidnapping occurred. In fact, the jurisdictional element of this is really troublesome because they don't put in the dates of the travel from Tennessee to Dallas. Now, kidnapping is very specific. You have to travel federal kidnapping. You have to travel in order to complete the crime that you are accused of. These guys were there for a week
kidnapping
or a week
and then
and a
there's
half,
federal kidnapping
songs and doing all this stuff. So, like, the jurisdictional element, they don't even address, where who actually lives in Dallas. The alleged victim came to Dallas willingly, which, again, that's an element of kidnapping that's not there.
Man.
All these different things about jurisdiction. At the bond hearing, they were like, well, if they used a cell phone to record this signing, then that's the Commerce Clause, and it affects interstate commerce. The problem with that is there's specific case law that the cell phone would have to be used in furtherance of the kidnapping. So filming someone and then sending it to Bob Smith and saying, hey, if you don't pay me a ransom, here's the video of your guy, that's in furtherance of the crime. Filming someone allegedly signing a contract is not in furtherance of the crime. So they're going to have a lot of problem with jurisdiction. I know they're scrambling to try and make sure to shore that up with jurisdiction. But the basic is they found no gun. So they can't say whether or not the gun was made in Texas. If the gun was made in Texas, it doesn't affect interstate commerce. They found no ammo. If the ammo was made in Texas, doesn't affect interstate commerce. The only phone that was used in any of this was this alleged recording, which no one has, and they can't say that affected the actual kidnapping. So they have a problem there. They have a problem going back and forth throughout this case with jurisdiction in terms of proving that the phone or something in interstate commerce was used in furtherance of the kidnapping. That's going to be a real problem for them, which they don't address. And all these complaints, all these indictments, they're very heavy on what they have because they want to be like, oh, we got them here, we got them here, we got them here. What they don't have is they have no guns, they have no ammo, they have no contract, they have no video inside the studio. They have no other witnesses besides only the alleged victims. There were 2 other witnesses in there. Those witnesses say, we didn't hear anything, we didn't see anything, no one told us anything. One of them is the owner of the studio. One of them, I think, is an intern from the studio. And this
smart.
Is a massive, big studio. There's a couple different recording studios.
Intern and the owner?
Of
course he's going to say he didn't see anything.
It wasn't like they were checking on other studios to see how everyone's doing. There's only one
snap.
group there. So it's unusual that they didn't hear anything or see anything.
Man.
The whole thing is weird. And like the fact that MM says to, walks towards the door with everyone and says, hey, are you guys really taking my watches? That doesn't sound like me. That someone that was almost going to get shot in the face then says, hey, by the way, are you really taking my watches? That sounds crazy to me.
So I would counter that as a counter argument.
Yes, counter it.
So the purported injuries on MM, couple that with the idea of what we mentioned, if all of that digital data is true, it might place them at the location. But this is the part that we haven't talked about. Last part, I want to get your point on. It's the social media accounts. So authorities, what they did was they compared the descriptions of, let's say, Williams Jr. from the accounts of the alleged victims to an Instagram account at Pooh Shiesty. So allegedly, there you go, showing a match. This is who we described, this is what it is. But then they end up doing that for others. So they say Williams Sr., Wright, Waters, and how there are these photos of them together online. How they match allegedly state IDs with the accounts too. And for the suspect, Rogers and Glover, they allegedly matched the surveillance footage with social media posts of them allegedly possessing the things that were reportedly stolen, like a Rolex watch and a pendant. They're very, very specific items. So the argument would be very unlikely that they would have the exact same thing. And so they're basically, the argument is they're flaunting it after this alleged kidnapping robbery. And also,
I was signed to
authorities looked at surveillance footage, saw what the suspects were wearing, and matched it to the descriptions of the clothes the suspects were wearing on their social media accounts. So it's the social media activity that authorities are using to tie in the identities of the suspects and what they allegedly had in their possession after the kidnapping and robbery.
Sure. So one thing is, and I thought this was very interesting, it looked like Gucci came out with the exact stuff that was allegedly stolen, saying like, here's my chain and here's something else. I think that he actually showed like some jewelry that was allegedly stolen and that it was still in his possession. That's the first unusual part. The second unusual part of that is the watches and things of that nature. All the government could say is it looked the same as the one that was taken. This watch looks the same as the one that was taken.
This guy's a good lawyer, bro.
And in fact, on one of them, where they said, I think it was like a Rolex with a Jubilee band. I forgot the type of Rolex that it was, but they can't say that it is that Rolex. And in fact, that individual who had that watch has a receipt for purchasing that same Rolex. And in the next picture on his Instagram, it shows the box, the papers, and the receipt for the purchase of that Rolex. So there's a lot of things there that I think might be unusual. It doesn't have every single thing that was taken. I think there was a Rolex and some jewelry that was displayed in some Instagram pictures. And again, those aren't Instagram pictures from Pooh Shiesty. Those are Instagram pictures from other individuals that were allegedly involved.
Well, let me tell you something. First of all,
if it's that doesn't matter.
Thank you for being a sport to break down the evidence with me. You are
from the,
an
incredible, don't say that at the end.
And I really appreciate you taking the time to break this down with me. I really thought it was a fascinating discussion. And we'll see.
Yeah, he's a good lawyer.
To be clear, they are all innocent until proven guilty. This is the government's version of events. This is the government's evidence. You're 100% right. They still have to meet their burden. We're in the beginning stages of this, and we will see. But listen, Bradford, you're the best. You're such a gem. Thank you so much for coming on to
Thanks for having me again.
Really address all this. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jesse.
And that's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.
Yo, I can't believe this shit, bro. Oh, bro, what's up, man? I was like, I'm sitting here by myself, like nobody's saying hi. Yo, I hope you're having a good day, bro. Are you into this stuff? Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane is all over my feed, yo. And I listened to Gucci Mane growing up. Pooh Shiesty, I just found out about Pooh Shiesty like 4 years ago. Shit, it's wild, bro. Shit, I'm just chilling. Yo, hold on, bro. Where's Law and Crime? Law and Crime, yo. These guys have some good ass stories. Yo. Chill, watch this shit. Fuck. Yo. P. Diddy's judge, yo. They're saying P. Diddy might come out, yo. Kind of watched this one already, though. Yo, it's wild, yo. Killer dad busted for burying baby boy alive. Oh, that's rough. College football star changed his girlfriend's death. What? Veteran slaughtered 3 family members over overstay. Yo, imagine killing your family member because they overstayed their welcome. Yo, roommates are scary too, bro. Like, oh my god, man. I'm gonna watch this one. Yo, the man just killed his family because, like, how you gonna kill? You just killed the man because they overstayed their. Yo, I watch a few videos where their kids kill their parents because they asked them to pay rent. Yo, anything's possible.
You know, I'm not happy about
This
this.
shit's
I ain't
wild.
like this.
Wild.
I said, you know,
This guy's
they need to
serious.
go. I am here. You know, I offered to cook her anything she wanted. Her mom, like I said, wasn't able to physically help her do anything.
Fucking, this thing won't move, bro.
And like I said, I felt intruded upon. I felt disrespected. And,
This guy just
you know, I
kills
paid
them.
a bill on that place. So that gives me some say.
Yo, that's wild.
Today's case brings us to Stratford, Missouri, where we
Law
have
and
a
Crime
shocking
Network.
interrogation video
Okay.
for you. There are 3 people dead, all shot in the head, twice, as they sat around the kitchen table.
That's fucked up.
48-year-old Tanya Huey, 71-year-old Ronald Kohler, and 78-year-old Linda Kohler. Ronald and Linda were the parents of Tanya Huey and had been staying at her house that she and her husband shared, 50-year-old at the time, Jesse Huey. Ronald and Linda
man.
traveled from their home in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and were there for roughly a week to help take care of their daughter, Tanya, after she had a back surgery. And it seems that Jesse Huey was not a fan of them staying there.
For
He
a
asked them to
week?
leave, and according to him, it was more than once. Well, they had no intentions on leaving. And I will let you guys watch the rest of the
Oh,
video to
shit.
see Jesse Huey tell his side of the story.
What a crazy
Here's the shocking
motherfucker, yo.
interrogation of Jesse Huey.
Kill off the people for no reason. Just because you wanted them to leave your house. Yo, how cruel can you be, bro? This guy just killed them.
Thanks, sir.
If you need anything else or change your mind and you want something to be, holler at me and we'll see if we can't hook you up.
Get plenty.
Oh, man.
Well, Jesse, my name's Danny Ruley. I'm a detective here at the Greene County Sheriff's
Thanks for
Office.
coming
Just
through,
call me
Marcia Parr.
Danny. I'd like to have a conversation with you if
Yo,
that's okay.
thanks for
But
coming
before we get
through,
into
bro.
that, it's important for me that I let you know what your Miranda rights are. Right. We'll get into that.
This YouTube thing is
You have the
hard,
right to
yo.
remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. If you have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you for questioning if you wish. And you can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. Jesse, you understand your rights?
I do.
Outstanding. Well, with that in mind, we'll
Jesse,
get a
do you
conversation.
understand your
I will.
rights?
Outstanding. Well, I might have you just
Jesse, you crazy.
sign this right here. This is just saying that I read you your Miranda rights. All right. If you have any questions about that, stop and let me know. And again, if you need anything, holler at me. We'll get you hooked up, and I'll just kind of let you have the floor and kind of tell me what happened. Like, cause I'm kind of walking on the back end. I'll be honest with you. I do know a little bit about what happened, but not much. So, Jesse, kind of tell me what happened.
I shot my wife and her mom and her stepdad.
Oh, man. This guy said I shot my
Cold-blooded murder this
shot
afternoon.
my wife,
Okay.
Shot them each
my
twice in the
dad,
head.
and her mom.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's about as straightforward as it gets. I'll go ahead and ask
Holy
you.
fuck.
Why'd you do that, Jesse?
I lost my temper.
Sure.
Told you,
Okay.
bro. It's a wild
Wife
shit.
had back surgery last week, Friday.
Okay, so before we go any further, just so I have all my details crystal clear, what was your wife's name?
Tanya.
Tanya. And I believe your last name, am I pronouncing it right? Huey? Huey, does she have the same last name as you?
Yes.
Again, that's H-U-Y.
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember what Tanya's date of birth was?
October 13th, 72.
So,
Oh my god.
okay. So then there was, you said 2 more people that were involved. What was the next person's name?
Linda, and I don't know how they spell their last name.
Okay. Do you know what it is, though? And if you don't know, that's fine.
Yo, it's
What's
your
that? I don't
wife.
know.
No, that's
I'll
fine.
tell you.
What was his name?
Ron.
Ron. Okay.
Yes.
And just so I'm clear on that, Linda and Ron were
His name
Tanya's
is
parents. That's
crazy.
your in-laws.
That was Tanya's biological mother and her stepfather.
Iona and he's step. Okay. So you said, before I interrupted you, you said that Tanya, a week ago, had back surgery.
Yes.
Okay.
Her mom and Ron live in a RV.
Okay.
They decided that they were coming to Missouri to support Tanya
Sure.
in her recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get along with her mom, and never been like.
The X-Tool F2 Ultra, the first dual laser engraver
Crazy,
powered
bro.
by AI.
Did the wife want to
Never
them
been
there?
like, hadn't been like outward friction there, but I stayed away from them. Don't want them in my life. I don't want to be in their life,
Oh,
Right.
shit.
And so what ended up happening is her mom moved in on me. And Ron would just come and show up at the house whenever and just walk right in through the door. Now, bearing in mind, that's my place, and I'm the one that pays the bill on it.
Right.
Oh, man.
So I felt pretty disrespected.
Because it sounds like they would just show up and invite
Man
themselves.
said he feels
when Tanya and I got
disrespected.
together years ago, her mom and
Oh,
Ron pulled this shit
shit.
before,
Yeah.
where they just show
He says
up,
he feels
Kinda unannounced today.
disrespected.
Yeah.
which I don't agree with. I don't think you do that. I wouldn't do that to my own family.
Sure.
Oh,
You know,
my
that's-
God.
No social grace there at all. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on,
you don't do
YouTube.
that.
I need like 500
But they did it
viewers,
again,
yo.
showed up. And, bearing in mind, my wife has just had lower back surgery, and I didn't want to make it hard for her.
And so did that
Oh,
surgery
man.
that she had, I imagine, being a back surgery, that it probably laid her out, she probably couldn't walk, or is that not the case?
She, at the very first, she was walking,
Yeah.
I had to help her get down in her chair. I had to help her get up out of her chair. I had to help her get into bed, swing her legs in for her and stuff. Her mom couldn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Her mom's got a bad back and bad stuff on her. So, her mom was basically just there for moral support, I guess, because she wasn't able to physically help her
Oh, do
get up or
anything.
get down or anything like that.
Mhm.
You understand what
Wow.
I'm saying?
Sure.
And so,
Oh, man, I missed all
over
you
the course
guys,
of the
yo.
week,
We were watching this, all of us.
I'm watching my wife improve, where she's able to get up and walk around, go to the bathroom by herself without help, all this kind of stuff. And,
Now I have 1, 2, 3
um,
people coming
Linda
to see.
wasn't
Like,
making
come
any-
on, man.
there was no indication they were going to leave at all.
Really?
And I had talked to Tanya more than once that I wasn't happy about the situation.
Oh, shit.
So tell me how those conversations
And,
went.
well, I told her, I said, I'm not happy about this. I ain't going to live like this. I said, they need to go. I am here. I offered to cook her anything she wanted. Her mom, like I said, wasn't able to physically help her do anything.
Yeah.
He
And
just wanted
like I said, I
space.
felt intruded upon. I felt disrespected. And,
Fuck.
I pay the fucking bill on that place. place.
So he
So
killed
that gives me
3 of
some
them.
say.
Yo, he killed his
Granted,
wife too.
she's on the note too, so
This guy's brutal, bro.
Linda came in and burrowed in like a tick and just
Like, who
pretty much
does
made it
this?
obvious that she wasn't going anywhere. And she knew very well that I was not happy about it because
who
when I
does
had,
this shit?
I talked to Tanya probably Wednesday, and I left the front door open. Her mother was in the kitchen right there, and I left the
Oh
front
my
door open so
God.
she could hear every goddamn word.
Okay. Did they ever approach you about that?
No.
Okay. So earlier you
And Tanya just basically told me, basically she was just going to do what she wanted to do. The way I
shit.
felt just didn't matter.
so kind of disregarded your
This,
feelings.
he
Exactly.
felt
We're gonna stay here anyway.
disrespected.
Okay, because you mentioned earlier that it sounded like that Linda and Ron came here from an RV, out of state.
And they
I
just
think
came in the
their
house.
home state, I believe, is
walked through the door.
Louisiana, but they travel around in
It's
their
my
RV.
house, and I paid the
Is that like
bills.
a
As far-
retirement
I
thing?
felt
Are they homeless, or-
disrespected.
No, retirement. And as far as I know, it's parked up there in Stratford at the RV place. So
Okay.
you're probably going to have to let somebody know that ain't nobody coming to get that today.
Sure.
Oh man, this
So,
guy's
Their
brutal.
RV is at the RV park in
Oh,
Stratford.
As far as I
shit.
know.
So how did they get to the house there, or your
The
house?
cops probably
They were
scared
driving
too.
my wife's car,
She's like,
and then
what?
they had a little tow behind
Okay, and
that was sitting there in the driveway.
okay, and what? Just so we're on the same page, what your address, I believe, is on 249. What's the
4486.
right? And they were driving Tanya's car. What kind of car did Tanya drive?
It's a RAV4.
This
And they were
guy's
also
serious.
driving their car.
And what was their car?
It's a little Ford Festiva.
And the Ford is what you were calling their tow behind.
Yes,
Was it brought
they
around
were
with
towing it around with their RV and using that to drive around in.
Oh,
okay.
Park the RV.
And then do you drive a truck, or
Yes,
what kind of truck do you have?
F-150.
F-150. Okay, and I apologize for not asking, but Jesse, what do you do for work?
Well, I was a construction worker, and then my hip and my knees and my low back went out, and I haven't been working.
Okay, so are you on disability, I guess? Or,
I'm not on disability.
Okay.
The doctors I went to go see, I had carpenter's insurance. The doctors that I had to go see through that insurance really didn't do nothing to help me.
So Jesse, it sounds like a lot of kind of stressful stuff's been happening because obviously you had your own medical issues, and then your wife had that, which is a pretty invasive surgery about a week ago.
Yeah.
So that's kind of putting her out. Then you have your in-laws come in, and I know that can be stressful for
Well,
everybody.
like I said, I kept it pretty calm and cool for several days there.
Yeah. So throughout.
And as I'm watching my wife improve, I know at this point,
This
well,
man, yo.
Linda was no help to her
He's
from
like,
from
fuck
day
it.
one.
Put me in jail. At least I get 3
Couldn't
meals
help her get
there.
up out of her chair or set her down
Like,
or
he's just-
swing her legs into bed or nothing.
He just took
She's
him out.
basically just there for moral support.
Just took
Okay,
him out.
give me a Diet Coke, make me a chicken sandwich type of thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I let it go for several days, knowing that my wife is hurt, and
So how do you pay for the bills
So
if
tonight,
you don't have a job?
When this incident happened, specifically, what led up to this?
well, I had gone out and visited some friends and went and had lunch and stuff.
Okay.
And when I come home, they were all gone. And I looked around the house, and it kind of looked to me like Linda may
Oh
have
my
picked
God.
up her stuff, like maybe she got the hint and left.
Right. Okay.
And I was actually upstairs talking to my dad about the whole situation.
And your best guess, about what time did you get home from having lunch?
Oh, it was probably 4:35.
About 4:35. Okay. And you said you went out with some friends.
I just went out and visited a friend of mine.
I got you. Okay. All right.
And
What
like I
was
said,
that
come
friend's
home
name?
and
You
it
watched the
kinda
cop try to
appeared,
put that in there.
looking around the
And
house,
your friend's name? What's his name?
maybe she had picked up her stuff.
So
Actually,
something
I
I
don't
heard
know.
about the house, and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Well-
it sounds like there's 2 levels to the
2
house.
levels to the house.
But you cannot access the
No.
top floor and basement. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
Gotta
So
walk around.
okay. So did you and Tanya live upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs. My dad lived in the modular upstairs.
Okay. So Your dad upstairs did.
My
anybody
dad's
else?
86, got Alzheimer's and dementia going on.
So did you guys kind of help take care of him too?
Yes.
Okay. So he was upstairs by himself then? And then
Yes.
you, did anybody else live there other than you and Tanya?
No.
Okay. Any other RVs or trailers on the property that people lived in?
No.
Just the three then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you said that you got home from lunch, looked around, and it appeared that they were gone. And then you went upstairs.
The cars were gone. I looked around. I didn't see Linda's stuff in the bathroom, toothbrush and whatnot. I thought, well,
That
good.
pissed
Yeah,
you off.
Maybe she's finally got the hint, and they're gonna go on about their way.
Okay.
And I was upstairs talking to Dad about the whole situation.
And what's your dad's name?
Harold Henry.
Okay. And so you were talking to your father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Dad has known what's been going on all week because I go up and I spend time with him, talk with him, and I generally cook his dinner for him and stuff like that.
Sure.
Check on him several times a day.
Sure.
We got walkie-talkies to stay in contact, type of deal. And anyway, while I was up there, I see him roll in, and
Did you guys see the girl who took one of those mushroom gummies and deep cleaned her whole house at 2 a.m.?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I thought it
I
was a
want
joke
those
too,
mushrooms.
until I
Gummies.
was up there, I see him roll in,
Try those?
and I went down there and I walked in, and they're all sitting there in the kitchen
And this is downstairs.
downstairs. I walked in and I said, Ron and Linda, you need to leave. And my wife said, they're not going anywhere. I'm the half owner of this place. They stay here as long as they want to.
Bumbleclap.
So I went outside, I got my gun, I walked back in, I shot them all in the head. Then I shot them all in the head again to make sure they were down.
Oh shit.
Where'd you get the gun from?
I had it in my truck.
Okay. Yeah. Do you usually keep a gun in
Whoa.
your truck?
Yes, I do.
What kind of gun?
Bella,
9
come.
millimeter.
Do you remember the brand, make, model, any of that?
Jimenez.
Jimenez. And you said that's a Jimenez 9mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Is
the
it
man saying
black
just
or
got to
chrome,
truck.
silver?
I went to my
Silver
truck
color.
and got
Okay.
the gun and
And
shot
correct me if
them
I'm wrong,
all
I
in
might
the
have heard
head.
that prior
And then
to
I
law
shot him
enforcement
again.
arriving, you unloaded it and put it on the tailgate of a
So-
truck. Okay.
There, I know
Okay,
yo,
so-
listen, yo, this guy is
It sounds
wild,
like
bro.
you confronted
Yeah.
as a
What did he say?
You need to
Listen.
leave.
Listen to this shit.
And my wife said, they're not going anywhere. I'm the half owner of this place. They stay here as long as they want to.
Listen.
So I went outside, I got my gun, I walked back in, I shot them all in the head. Then I shot them all in the head again to make sure they were down.
Ooh,
Where'd you get the gun from?
I had it in my truck.
Okay. Yeah. Do
Crazy,
you usually
yo.
keep a gun in your truck?
Yes, I do.
What kind of gun was that?
9 millimeter.
Do you
the
remember
man
the
said
brand,
he
make,
went
model,
to
any
his
of that?
truck and got his gun
Jimenez.
and shot him in their
Jimenez.
head, and I shot him in their head
Jimenez.
again
That's a
to make
Jimenez
sure they're
9mm.
down.
Is it a black or chrome?
Oh
silver?
shit!
Silver
Yo,
color.
you have a
Okay.
cold, yo.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I might have
Yo,
heard
you
that
have like,
prior to law enforcement
it hurt,
arriving,
like,
you unloaded
I
it,
hurt
put it on the
myself.
tailgate of
That
a truck,
hurts.
or- Okay.
I can't
Okay,
even hurt
so-
my cat.
It sounds like you confronted
Yo,
Look,
Linda and Todd and
you know,
told them
oh
to
my
leave.
God.
From the time that I lost it, it was under a minute.
I don't even like killing
That everything
bugs.
was over.
Okay.
Um,
So where was Ron at when you shot him?
sitting in my chair at the table.
Sitting in
your
my
table.
chair.
And you know, when I told
Oh,
them they
that
needed
sucks.
to leave, you
That
know,
sucks.
they didn't make a move to get up.
I
They
kind of feel it for this
they
guy
looked at
too.
her and
That's
decided they
rude.
were staying.
They just ignored you.
And that's when I decided,
This
all right,
dude has
then,
eaten
because,
squirrels
I
for
warned
dinner
her
and
earlier in the
breakfast.
week, and I told her I
No
was very
way.
unhappy about this, and I
There's
said,
another
you know,
story
if
about him?
You're going to make me go off. And if you do, this is on you.
Yeah.
And this is what she got for it.
Oh
She
man.
made me go off, and now there's 3 fucking dead people.
Ah, just like that.
It was over in under a minute. You know, I didn't start off with a handgun.
Oh
That's
shit.
where it ended up.
How long was it till you called 911 in between the time that you shot them and called 911? What
Oh
was the
my
time frame?
god. Yo, this guy has another
Couldn't have been
show.
more than a few minutes. I come outside, and I seen my dad coming down there, and I told him, "Do not go down there. Get your ass back up in the house."
Did you tell him what had
Oh,
happened?
his dad.
Yeah,
Okay. So what was it that you told him?
I told him I just shot him.
How did he react to that?
He was
Oh,
heartbroken, of course.
Yeah. Who was the first one of the three that you shot?
Ron.
You shot Ron. He was in your chair.
pissing you
Did
off.
he see you coming, or
Yeah.
what did he
He
say?
started first he looked at her, and he started turning his head to me, and by then I got him. And Linda was all fucking
shit.
surprised that I just shot Ron, and I shot her in the fucking head.
Did either one?
And then I turned and I shot her in the head.
Yeah.
I warned
shit,
him.
this guy
I fucking told him.
serious. This guy is
I
like,
guess she decided to call
Oh.
my bluff, so here we are.
Did any
Oh
of them
my
get anything
God.
out verbally?
Nothing more than a little bit of a squeal. Like I said, it was all over real quick.
So they didn't have time to even say anything.
I shot them all three in the head, and then I shot him in the head again because I thought I seen him twitch, and I heard her gurgle, I heard Linda
Twitch.
gurgle a little bit, so I went and put another one into her, and then I come back around to where Tanya was sitting, and I shot her again in the head to make sure she was done.
How long had you
oh
and
my
Tanya been
God,
married?
bro.
I don't know,
Yeah.
5-6 years.
5-6 years.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to know that.
You know, I gotta ask Jesse, how are you feeling right now?
Oh shit.
I'm upset, you know.
Sure.
Your wife is
Sure.
gone, bro.
Like I said, I didn't start off wanting to do this. I never wanted to do this. I feel like they pushed me to the point that I had to do it.
So
You were
you
sitting in your
given me a
chair.
very understandable
What
story
the
about what's going on the last week, but specifically, can you kind of tell me like what has really specifically been happening between you and Linda and Ron for it to lead up to this? Like what kind of
shit.
exchanges have there been between?
I haven't had no exchanges with them. That's the point. I don't like them.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be in their life. I don't want them in my life. That's what the whole fucking problem was.
Okay.
They pushed
That's your wife's
themselves into my
family, though.
life.
Had there been any threats back and forth on
No.
their side?
Uh-uh.
Nothing.
No.
No threats
So,
or
no
No,
anything
but
like that?
I did tell Tanya earlier in the week that I was really unhappy with the way this was going, and I wasn't going to put up with it. And if she persisted, that it was going to be on her. The consequences would be on her.
Oh,
And I guess she
shit.
decided to call my bluff today.
Okay, and so when you told Tanya that the consequences would be on her, did you elaborate and tell her what those
No,
consequences
I
were?
didn't.
Did she ask or anything like that?
No.
So it was kind of open ended.
Yep.
Did you know what you were meeting at the time?
you're
No,
fucking
I didn't know what I
crazy,
was going to do, but
bro.
I
That
knew it
guy's
wasn't going to be
crazy.
fucking
I don't
good.
want to meet him in the bushes, yo.
And
I don't want to meet
here's
that
the
guy
deal.
after dark, bro.
I'm a veteran.
That's he's like he has
and
no emotion.
Generally speaking, most people that know me know when I say that I will do something, I will absolutely do it.
Oh,
Don't try me
fuck.
out because I'll do it.
This guy
every
belongs in
damn
a
time.
biker gang.
Take me serious when I tell you something, and they did not take me serious. So this is the consequence of that. Now I've killed them and ruined the lives of their family, and I've ruined my life.
Yeah, he's like
I don't
telling
need
the
a
cop.
lawyer. I know what I did, and I know what I did was wrong, but the truth of the matter is I couldn't stop myself from doing it. It happened so fucking fast.
Shit does
I
happen
couldn't stop
fast.
myself from doing it.
Mhm.
Shit does happen.
Have you had
fast.
episodes or any sort
Yeah,
of
I've been PTSD ever since I come out of the war. I've been dangerous for a long time, and I've been able to maintain and not get into trouble.
Sure.
I mean, you check my record. I ain't got nothing on me. I haven't done shit.
Sure.
Bro, you
But there's
couldn't
been
take 2 seconds
100
to think
times
though.
over the years that I've gotten really close to being in serious trouble and was able to resist the temptation of letting go.
Mhm.
This afternoon, I was pushed to the point I could not resist letting go.
Sure. So again, not to drag you through it a bunch, but just it's very important to me that I have everything crystal clear exactly like how it happened. So I just want to
This
make
is
sure that I get
wild,
your story
yo.
exactly how you're telling it to me. When you walked back in the house, Ron was in your chair. He was the first person you shot.
Mhm.
Who was the second person?
Linda.
Linda. And where was Linda at when you shot her?
Well, when I come in through the door, Linda stood up.
Okay.
Ron's,
Was Linda at the table as well?
she was at the table as well. They were all three at the table.
All three were at the table.
Yes.
Okay. So you shot Ron, then Linda stood up.
Linda stood up and squealed, and I shot her.
Okay.
And by that time, Tanya had stood up and squealed, and I shot her. And then I went back through and I shot them all again to make sure they were done.
Okay. And how much longer did you stay in the house after you used the gun versus when you walked outside?
You shot Ron first.
I didn't. I walked out.
You just walked straight out.
And then
Yeah,
shot
and then you
Linda.
said that,
And then shot
Harold,
Tanya.
your dad came outside. And you told
He was starting to walk down there, and I turned him around and said, "Don't go down there.
Yeah.
Go back up to the house."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Man, it sounds like you told him again that you had killed the
Yes,
3 people.
I did.
And did you have to keep convincing him to go upstairs, or did he listen to you and just
He
go back?
pretty much listened.
Okay. All right. And then I'm assuming at some point deputies came and put handcuffs on you.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, your guy Beatles,
Uh-huh.
y'all better watch that one. He's got a mean streak to him.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
there,
let
buddy.
you know that.
Okay.
See, this guy's
I mean,
sick in
I
the head.
realize I just killed 3 people, but I also fucking called you guys to turn myself in
Sure.
without fighting.
Okay.
So there was no need for that shit that he pulled.
Okay, well, and then I'll tell you, Jesse, it's me personally, it's my intent to treat you fairly. And if at any point you feel like I
See?
haven't, stop
This
me
guy
and
deserves
Well,
the
I'm telling you
fucking
that he didn't treat me
life, the
fairly,
fucking
but I
death
understand that's
penalty,
the way
bro.
he is. That's why I'm
He
telling
be
y'all,
the type
you better
to be
better
sitting
watch
on
that
death
guy.
row,
You're gonna
saying
have
the
problems
cops
with
are
that.
mean to him.
Okay, well,
He's the type to
is there
sit on
anything else
death
that you
row
think is
and be
important for
like,
me to
these
know about
officers
this
are mean to me.
situation or this incident or any
What
backstory?
the fuck,
Anything
bro?
else that you would like to tell me?
You're sick.
You know,
What
really,
the
that's all.
fuck?
That's all that you need to know about the whole thing. I mean, you know what?
You're getting life
this
after
has been,
life after life.
Brewing for a week here, and
You're getting 3
you know,
lives,
like
bro.
I said, she moved in on me Saturday last week, and I have really bit my tongue, and I've tried to stay away from them. But every
Oh,
time Ron
holy
would show up
shit.
and just walk through my door, that, you know, like I said, I'm the one that pays the mortgage on the place. I really felt pretty disrespected. I wouldn't just assume that I could go to anybody else's house and just walk through the damn door.
Sure.
You don't
Yeah,
do that.
I feel you on
How
that,
long
bro.
did you and Tanya live there in that house in
He's
Stratford?
like, no, they
we've
disrespecting
been
me
out
in my
there
house,
for-
my own house. I pay the bills. Oh my god.
I don't know,
This
a couple
guy
years
is
better.
really
Okay.
not
And
paying.
has Linda and Ron stayed with you guys in the past for an extended period?
Like I said, when we were first together,
Oh,
Linda showed
shit.
up, and they kind of just showed up, and you know, bam, here we are, and
Sure.
we'll leave when we want to leave, type of shit. Sure. You know, the point is I knew that
Like,
if this is the way it's
wild,
gonna be,
bro.
that these folks think that they can show up and walk in my door anytime they want to, and have no regard about how I feel about them being there.
Oh my
You know, I
god,
knew I wasn't
bro.
gonna put up with that.
I can understand that.
Not when I'm-
frustration.
Yo,
not when
people
I'm
are
the
gonna
guy
be scared of him in
that's
the
paying the bills on
fucking
the
bin,
place.
bro. People are gonna be scared of him
You
in
know,
jail,
and
in prison.
Like, I said,
Like, don't
it
mess with
started
that
out,
guy.
I wasn't. I was trying
Oh,
to take it easy
man.
on Tanya because I knew she was
Oh,
in the process of
man.
healing
He's a
and all that
monster.
stuff. I didn't want to make it
He's
rough on
a
her.
beast.
But as the week progressed, it
He
became
doesn't even
apparent to me
realize
that Linda
it.
had no intention
Like, he
of
doesn't even
leaving.
realize, like,
And you know,
he felt
Tanya had no
disrespected.
intention of asking
So
them
guess
to
what?
leave.
So,
you're gonna get shot in
yeah,
the
the
head.
situation
You
you
disrespect me, I'm
described to
shooting
me,
you.
it does sound incredibly
In my own house,
disrespectful.
I pay my
coming in the
bills.
house like that. But I gotta
This is my
ask.
house.
I mean, did you feel like you were in any type of danger physically from this?
No.
Okay. All right, I do appreciate you.
What did he
being
say?
candid with me and honest.
And you know, Tanya had no intention of asking them to leave.
So, yeah, the situation you described to me, it does sound incredibly disrespectful when coming in the house like
Serious.
that. But I gotta ask. I mean, did you feel like you were in any type of danger physically from this?
No.
Okay.
No,
All right,
exactly.
I do appreciate you.
Good
being
question.
candid with me and honest.
Good question.
Jesse, I'm gonna
Good
step out of there
question.
just for a moment. I'm gonna go talk to one of my
He's gonna
supervisors,
barf.
and I'll come back in.
That cop's gonna
we'll finish
barf
up
his
here.
fucking
We'll walk
face
through,
out.
you know what's gonna happen from here,
Fucking
okay? Do you have any
asshole.
questions for me right now?
I don't.
No, I didn't feel. I had no threat. I didn't feel no threat against me. I just felt disrespected. Oh my god. Oh my god. No
I think I got some granola
way.
bars on my desk. You sure you're good?
I'm good, thank you.
Still giving him water, bro? Like, Oh shit.
All right. If you have a dog who follows you to the bathroom, then listen up, because it might not mean what you think it means. See, one of the things about...
So, a couple other things I would like to go over with you is, and again, this is just so I have the most crystal clear picture of what happened, because I want to make sure everything that I report is accurate and, come from you, and I don't want to get down the road and then you read a report and you're like, well, that's not what I told them. I just want to make sure that we're same page here. And when we talked about them showing up and inviting themselves into your home, in disregard to how you felt, that's something that I think is important here. And, something...
It doesn't justify what I did, all right? I know that. I can't help it.
Bro, you could just say that they intruded your house.
Today, okay?
But still doesn't
I
make
lost
sense.
it. Okay? I didn't have control over that. I know what I did was wrong.
Sure, Jesse, this is the first time
I
Where's
had
this
no
cop trying to
control
go with
over it.
that,
I mean,
bro? Shut up.
when I snapped, I snapped.
Let the
Okay?
cop talk.
Like I said, I know it wasn't right. Okay? And I'm not trying to say that them forcing their way into my home and doing that justifies what I did, because it didn't.
Sure, and Jesse, clearly, by what you just said, a mistake has been made, but I'm not going to sit in here and berate you for it. I'm just trying to get the whole story.
Yep.
So I'm not going to sit in here and judge you and talk down to you. That's definitely not what I'm trying to do. So just some other questions I did have about kind of the facts here is, how, in the past, when they have come, about how many times do you think, if you had to put a number on it, your best guess that they've shown up and have entered your house and things like that? But beyond this week.
Show up and stay one time. Just later on.
Oh,
And
good
about when would
question.
that have been? This year, last year?
No, like 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Okay,
And
wow.
then you said that their RV, which, do you know what kind of RV it is?
I
by
don't.
chance? Okay, their RV is at a park in Stratford.
As far as I know, it is. I don't know.
So this week, when they would go to bed, do they stay at your place?
No, her mom stayed at my home, and Ron would go to their RV because they have dogs.
I got you. So they likely have.
And then Ron would say, sometime during the day, he would just show up and let him walk through the door and go sit in my chair at the table. And
Oh,
if I needed to
Ron,
walk
why you
through
sitting
there,
in
he
the
would get
man's
out of the way
chair,
kind of shit.
bro?
Yeah.
I'll be pissed too, being who he is, bro.
Sure.
I just had enough, okay? I had enough of it.
Sure.
It wouldn't be a good idea for you guys to put me with anybody, because now that I've murdered 3 people, I ain't got nothing holding me back.
See?
Don't put me with someone. It's probably not going to be a good idea. If
You're gonna
okay?
be all by yourself. Isolation
I'm telling you, I'm
sucks.
dangerous, and it would be a bad idea for you to do that.
Okay.
But he can probably
make sure
handle
that
it.
message gets passed along, because I don't want to see anybody
His
else.
big ass sitting there
I mean,
reading a
like I said,
book
I
in
just killed
jail.
3 people, so another one ain't going to fucking make a difference to me now.
Oh my god, please, I don't want to go back to those places ever.
Again,
That's
we know it's mistakes
crazy.
been made, but I know that if you could take this back, you would, right?
Ooh, they want to hear that.
I
They want to hear that for sure.
would like to. I wish I could take it back, but on the other hand, I really wish I hadn't been put in that position.
Sure.
I've been waiting a fucking week. I've got a personal code.
You're
If someone
remorseful.
disrespects me 3 times, then I'm gonna fix
Oh
that
my
problem.
god, that's white power at its finest,
I
bro.
went way over the 3 times this week in an effort to try to make this work.
That's white privilege
And,
right there.
This afternoon when I walked in, I wasn't loud screaming at him, wasn't trying to fight with him. I was very calm. I just said, Ron, Linda, you guys need to go.
And then when you said that, it sounds like Tanya then said, this is my house, and
They're not going anywhere.
now when she said that, did Ron and Linda jump in at all and say anything? Or
They just looked at her to take their cue from her.
Okay.
And I looked at them, and they made no attempt, no movement to get up and leave. and I lost it.
Sure.
And I walked outside, and I walked back in with a 9mm, and I put them all on the fucking ground.
Okay.
Oh,
So it sounded
I
like
could
you told me that you
picture
guys
that
had been
too.
there in Stratford for give or take 2 or 3 years. Hey, and you guys have been married for, you said, 5 or 6 years. Had you been married
We
before
married in
this?
15.
Married in
Yeah, I've
15.
It was
been
pushed to the
married
limit.
3 other times.
3 other times, okay. And do you have any
Like,
kids?
more
I
than the
do.
limit, bro.
I got 2 kids.
2 kids.
Two
Are they,
kids,
are
too.
they here in Missouri or somewhere
One
else?
of them
Good
is,
question.
one of them's out east.
Okay. Would you like
Yeah,
us
you
to
have
get
to
in contact
respect
with
that
them,
man,
or-
yo.
Okay.
Ron
Alright.
sat in his chair. Like, that's your life.
So, what about your ex-wives? Are
That's
they local
wild.
or
That guy,
somewhere
that
else?
guy
One
belongs
of
on
them's
death row.
Yeah. What's her name?
Kathleen.
Hope he
I think
knows
she's
that.
got her maiden name now. Candelora.
Do you know if she lives in Springfield or
Wow.
She lives out by Boat
Boat Ark? Okay. And when were you married to her?
before Tanya.
Right before Tanya? Okay.
I was married to her for 14, 15 years.
Narcissists
Wow.
don't target
So
weak
you've
women,
been
they
in
target
marriages
the
before.
fixers who
You
are
were
trained
married
by
before,
toxic
bro.
parents to tolerate.
For 14, 15 years.
And you still behave that way.
Okay. You know,
You
something
sat
that
there
I
and
can,
watched
you
his
know,
home
appreciate, and again, I'm
be
not
overrun.
trying to sound like a
All
smart
he
ass at all, but
wanted was a
you
bit
said
of
you were in the
his.
military, so I would like to say thank you for your service.
I
That does mean a
know.
lot to me and everybody else.
That's
Something I
crazy,
want to
bro.
address with that, you said you do have some PTSD or you have some issues.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I've had.
You know how many times I've been disrespected, bro?
What branch were you?
Army.
My own
Army?
father
And
has
when
called
did
the
you,
cops
get
on me,
into
bro.
service?
Went in an 8.
Like, my own father has called the cops on me.
Yeah.
Served with the 2nd
Okay.
Armored Cavalry
Like,
Yeah.
out of Germany. And, ain't been right since got back.
the cop does look scared. That's what I was
I've been
saying.
treated by smoking
That's what I was
marijuana
saying.
and drinking,
Sure.
That's what
trying
I'm
to calm me
saying.
down. And up to today, it's been working.
Yeah. Have you
Oh.
ever been in contact with anybody from the VA, like counselors?
Well, you're not gonna
therapists,
have
anything like
fucking
that? Is that something you've ever considered?
weed in jail unless
really
you,
not.
like,
Okay.
have a
Every
connect.
experience I've had with Army doctors has been bad, so
And
they
bad,
ain't
bro.
never done anything good for me.
I wonder what his
unfortunately,
sentence
there are a lot
gonna
of
be,
other people
yo.
in your situation.
That's
I
not what
want to
goes
see
on.
this guy's sentence, yo.
Yeah, I have family members myself that have a lot of issues with the VA. But, you know, you talked about some other issues you've had. What kind of other
Brutal,
medical
bro.
issues do you have other than, have you been diagnosed with PTSD? Okay.
My dad never put me
You
in
said
jail,
I
but he
apologize
called the
if I'm
cops on me.
misremembering, but I think you said you had
You know?
a
He's
hip.
like, I'm calling the
Got a bad
cops.
hip, got a bad knee,
Hip and knee.
my
Because I'm
whole
cussing
back
with him
is
and
tore
we're
up.
arguing in the house. But he
arthritis
never
in my
did put
back.
me in jail, though. Just to
Okay.
let you know that.
Do you have any other
My
heart
dad's never
conditions,
put me in jail, but he's
diabetes?
put me through some
Diabetes, yeah.
shit.
Okay, what kind of diabetic are you?
Take metformin. Well, I used to take metformin.
Metformin, yeah.
Oh my
I haven't
god,
had
this
insurance
guy's
for a
wild.
while. My carpenter's insurance dried up.
He's just sitting there
Tanya didn't want to put me
talking.
on her insurance. She worked at Cox, and she didn't
No
want to put me on
way,
her
Tom.
insurance.
I'm telling you, bro.
So,
Well, your dad's, he never put me in
I
jail
was
once, though.
really not wanting to go to the VA because,
Never
like
once
I
put
said,
me in jail, bro.
every experience I've had with Army doctors has been bad.
Yeah.
And
He hit
so
my
I
mom,
ran out
and
of
I
medicine,
lost control.
and I haven't taken anything
Shit.
for a while.
Sure. So, granted, I know
Yeah,
that she was
yo.
recovering
I've
from
been
a
through,
back
yeah.
surgery,
Some,
but before that surgery, was Tanya still working? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
And he puts you
you
in
said she went
jail.
to Cox? What did she do for Cox?
She's a nurse.
my
Cox
stepdad
North.
used to beat my
At the,
mom. And then
the
my
middle
brother
floor.
beat him up.
Adult
My stepdad's a
psych.
fucking diddler.
And,
Okay? My
getting
stepdad's a
everything,
pedo, bro.
I guess healed up or everything.
Imagine
went good
that.
with the surgery. Was she planning on going
Still
back
lives
to
in
work?
luxury.
Yes.
Okay.
Shit.
Because of your things that you got going
That's
on, you're not able to.
crazy,
What
yo.
did you do for work before you had to stop because of your
I was
injuries?
a
Yo,
carpenter.
you look like you have a nice bike, though. Is that a motorcycle?
6 years.
Yeah. Did you work like
Yo,
local or
YouTube
would you
needs to,
travel
like,
for that kind
I
of
did.
stuff?
come
I
up
did
with a
end up
thing
traveling.
Yeah.
where we could see our, like,
Before
people we're
I-
talking to profile, like, pop it up, you know? Just at least a
Before I
bigger
went to
picture.
Union, I owned my own business doing doors and hardware.
Like, is there a
Before
way,
that,
like, I don't
worked
know.
for non-union
Maybe because I'm
shops
using
all
my
over
cell
town.
phone.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that a motorcycle?
You know, Jesse, I think that
Peter.
gives me a pretty good picture of what happened.
This is a good show right
I can
now.
tell you that, be honest with you about this, we have another detective right now writing a search warrant to go into your house because anytime, as you can
That's
imagine,
just fast,
we
I
have a scene
heard.
like this, it's standard that we go in and we do the best investigation that we can.
Nice.
Is there anything in your home, upstairs or downstairs, that you think that would be harmful to deputies?
Looks like you're living luxury
weapons
too,
or
brother.
narcotics or anything that,
Well, there's probably some weed around. There's probably some moonshine around.
Well, I hope you
Yeah,
are. I hope you're
other
living
than weed,
luxury. Fuck.
There's knives.
okay.
I have a knife collection.
Yeah.
There are guns.
There's more
And
than
there,
one
and,
gun.
you know, if you see a gun standing in my house, it's loaded.
Sure.
Wow,
So
that's
We treat all
fast.
guns like they are loaded anyway, so.
On a motorcycle, that's fast.
Do you keep any other guns in your truck or just that one? that you-
Nice, that's
one.
good money. Yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
So I think you said you shot them each twice, so you would have fired.
Yo, that's
6
money, bro.
rounds.
I'm pretty sure I shot 6 times.
Okay. Do you know?
I
how
see you
much
white
that-
guys
how
on the
many rounds
rigs,
that
bro.
holds?
I don't see a lot. Like my brother used to work on there, but
I think it'll hold
I don't know.
probably
We have a
12 or
broken
13
family,
or something
bro.
like that.
You fired 6.
he probably lasts like 4
Okay.
years there, 2 years. But I see the
Well,
rigs,
Jesse,
yo, and I see
think
some
that's probably
like
gonna
white
be
boys who work on there.
all I
Oh
can
my
think
god,
of right now. You know, in a case like this,
It's a good
as you can
life.
imagine there might be tomorrow, later tonight, whenever. There
It's a
might be
good
some
pay.
things I'd like to talk to you about. Would you be receptive in the future to come back over here and have a conversation with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I do appreciate that as well.
over
I'm
here.
going to step out one more time. Again, anything else you can think that you'd like to tell me or any questions you might have? Okay. All right, well, thanks. I'll be right back.
Yeah, bro, I don't even know. That's what they all say. But if you're riding a motorcycle, you got some big fucking cojones then. Because it takes a lot to ride a motorcycle, you know? Takes confidence.
This is called a gunshot residue kit. Honestly, I already know you did fire a firearm because you've been truthful with me and told me that. But this is something we just like to collect
Oh,
every
shit. Yo, this guy is just like, he's like, I'm ready for the test. He's not even trying to
You said
hide
you
the
got
shit.
into the military in '88.
Yeah, I was 17.
It's actually the year my dad got out, and he had me after you. What? How long were you in the military for? When
6 years active, 2 years reserve.
Okay.
Thanks. Thank you, Tom. Help me grow my channel, please. Nice to meet you too. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Tom. I want to get to 500.
Did you wash your hands?
That's
by
my
chance?
goal, to get to 500.
I don't
And
believe I
then,
did.
Okay.
you know,
Then I will look at your other hand there.
be good. Thank you so much, guys. It's taking the gun residue and everything, bro. Yo, this guy's wild. Like, police see the police see the most demonic things ever, yo.
Holding a gun and
Let's
shot
see
at
his
your
job.
reverse, your right hand. Your right hand. Did you use both hands or just the right? Just the right. Just the right hand.
That's crazy. I got faith. Hopefully you do too. Thank you. Thank you. I really do like
This is
this.
your brain when you're struggling to focus.
Right now, I'm
And
like
this is your
kind of.
brain
I have to
when you're
leave
in the
this
zone.
place. I gotta find the next apartment. Get a laptop, hopefully. Find a job, like, you know. So sometimes I get depressed. As you guys can see, my subscribers see, like,
Alright, so
my
another
content,
thing that we would like
it's
to
like I'm
try to
bipolar.
figure out tonight to help you with is that kind of, you know, how I told you we are doing a search on your
Just
house.
gotta keep pushing, man. Just
That
gotta keep pushing.
unfortunately means that right now,
Thank you,
father
Tom. Thank you.
in the house while we're conducting that search warrant. So I want to make sure.
What I'm asking is, are they searching his house too?
That's likely going to.
Yeah,
happen.
everybody's.
I can understand that, but
Sure. So, so with that being in mind, I'm wondering if you can think of somewhere, because I want to make sure that he's in a comfortable environment, not just standing on the street this whole time. Because our search warrants.
well, last I saw, the sheriffs had my dad. I don't know what you guys have done with him.
He is here at the
Thank you
sheriff's
so
office.
much,
Okay,
Tom.
well,
Speaking with a detective. So
Thank you so much.
My sister
'Cause
Beth
I struggle
would be
with
able to look
depression.
after him. He's got Alzheimer's
I think, like,
dementia.
and
I remember you
anger,
telling me that, so that's why I was
and
very
all my
important to
childhood
us that when
trauma.
we release him, we're getting
Like,
him
I've
where
been
he
through
needs
a
to be,
lot,
that he's
you
going
know?
to be in a safe place with somebody who can take care of him like I
And
do.
like,
Um,
Now I got a dog up there in his house,
So
a
thank
1-year-old
you so
Great
much,
Dane
and-
puppy.
okay.
you're doing great too.
Okay. Do you know if where we should or who we can call to get the dog as well? Is there
My
some
sister.
Beth? Okay. And
Summers is her last name. I don't know her number by heart.
is
I
that
ain't got my phone number.
SUMMERS? Whereabouts does Beth live?
Springfield.
Do you know her street or address by chance?
I don't know.
Okay. And is you call her Beth?
Panic attacks are hard. I had one in my life
Beth.
before.
Okay.
I had
do
a
you know her
panic
date of birth
attack
by chance?
before in
Is
my
that-
life.
might help
Yes,
me
I
find
did.
her. Okay.
And
Who's
that
she
was
with?
scary.
Her husband.
What's his name?
I was working at Tim Hortons.
They had actually showed up out there. My dad had called her,
Oh, okay.
and she had showed up out there. And then, as far as I know, the sheriffs sent them away.
Okay.
When I was
So
young.
if that's the case, we should have their information. So what I can do is, if it's okay, I can reach out to Beth
It
Yes.
is
and
like,
let her know. I'm not gonna, because one thing I do when I have people come in here and talk to me, I don't go running around telling other people
I
their
ain't worried
business.
about none of that. I just want her to take care of my dad.
Yeah, we want to make sure the same
all I
thing
can
happens.
say,
So
dread.
we will get a hold of Beth, and do you think your dad's gonna be
Dread. I need to dread my hairs.
with her for a
Or
little
like
bit, just
dread as in hair, or
Okay,
dread
very
as
good.
in
So we will,
this is
we will make that
dreadful.
arrangement happen.
This is like
That will work. Because I do
dreadful.
remember hearing that 2 people arrived on scene, so that's probably going to be them. But
Yeah, that's them. I saw them from the back of the car there.
that'll work. And then, so with you being in the military, I can imagine what the answer is. But something I'd just like to ask: before tonight, have you ever killed anyone before?
Thank you so
Tonight's
much.
the very first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, I wonder if he would tell anybody he killed anybody before. That's a good question.
You said you've been married 3 times
Thank
in the
you.
past. What was your first wife's name?
Annette.
Annette.
Do you know how to spell that?
Annette.
Do you know what her maiden name was?
I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
Schneider.
Do you kind of
I was married to her in Germany. So.
Okay. Did you actually get married in Germany?
Yes.
Very cool. Was she German?
Yes.
Do you think she probably still lives in Germany?
I have no idea.
No idea.
She liked Americans, so probably not.
Okay. And what was your second wife's name?
Brandy.
Brandy. I thought it was like
What was her
Annette.
maiden name?
Holland.
And do you know, give or take, where she might live?
She lives out in Maryland, I believe.
Maryland. And when were you and Annette married in Germany? What year would that have been, if you can recall?
Well, it was right after I got back from the desert.
Shit.
So, 91, I guess.
You've killed someone before
Something like that.
Okay.
on
and
your
what
job.
year-
Is that what you're
How
saying?
long were you and Annette married?
3
That's
years.
3
scary.
years.
Like,
Okay, and then
fuck.
when did you and Brandy get married?
That's crazy. It's like a different part of you.
We got married.
It's my first time seeing it.
I can't remember. Why do you need to know about my ex-wives anyway? I mean,
These are questions we always ask. These are just always, I know they.
She would know the dates probably better than I would, probably.
Okay.
I don't remember. It's been too damn long.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
But the 2 kids that I have are with Brandy,
So with Brandy, what are your kids' names?
Amanda and Josh.
Say goodbye to
Oh,
expensive
shit.
dentist visits forever.
You pushed
Introducing
somebody's
all new
melon
6th
back.
Gen silicone
That's-
dentures, co-developed.
Oh,
So with Brandy,
God,
what are
bro.
your kids' names?
Amanda and Josh.
Amanda and Josh.
And do they have the
Brandy.
last name of Hugh?
Josh has
Tanya.
got the last name of Huey, and Amanda is Carnell. She's married.
Exactly.
Okay. And then you said, I think
You
if
sound
I
like
heard you
this
right, that
fucking guy.
one of your two
You
kids
sound
does
like
live here
him.
locally.
They
Amanda does. She lives
disrespected
down by
me.
Forsyth.
Forsyth. Okay. And
I'm
where
not
did Josh
judging
live?
though. I'm not judging.
I don't know if he's in Texas or out in
It's
Maryland.
brutal, bro.
He might be in Maryland.
But it is life.
Okay.
It is life.
Are you close with your kids? Or
Pretty close with Amanda, and not close at all with Josh.
when's the last time you and Josh talked?
I don't know, a year or two.
You know, what happened tonight when other people find this out, friends, neighbors, other family, do you think that when they, you know, eventually, it's not going to come from me, but, you know, news and TV stations, they get a hold of stuff like this eventually. You know, when people figure this out, do you think a lot of people are going to be surprised, or is this going to be a shock to people, or how do you think people are going to react to this?
Don't do that.
I have no idea how people are going to
Don't do
react.
that, bro. You're in the army, you know? It's a part of your job.
The people that know me and like
Or in
me
the
are
Navy,
probably
you
going to
said,
be
right?
pretty surprised and heartbroken about it.
And
Yeah.
you did mention earlier that you
The
went
Royal
with a friend
Navy.
earlier, and that was previous to you coming back home. Who was your friend that you met with?
Brett Cartwright.
Brett Cartwright. Okay.
Brett Cartwright. Yo.
Where does Brett work?
I don't even know the company that he works for now. We used to work for the same union company
Mm-hmm.
a few years ago,
Yeah.
and they're building a place
Wow.
out. He raises bucket bulls, and they're building a home out there.
Okay.
So I was out there looking at it with him. He got some doors and stuff in.
Sure.
I used
Thank
to
you
hang a
so
lot of
much,
drywall,
Tom.
so,
Hopefully I
you know,
can
they're
find good
trying to
shows
get it
like this
sorted
one.
out so they can
And
get
we
it
could all
finished
watch it
with
together
me.
again. Have a good night's
He's a
sleep, eh?
finisher by trade,
Take
so
care of
we don't
yourself,
really know
please.
much about carpentry.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be about it. I'm going to run out of here one more time, and I think we'll go ahead and kind of go on to the next part of this.
Oh my god. The sentencing. You're leaving too soon, yo. Have you
We
seen
can make
this
that
one?
happen. Yep.
I talked to
In
nobody.
fact, I could walk you
That's
the
why I
restaurant right
started
now.
my
Okay.
YouTube channel, yo. So I could talk to people. To be honest, it does get depressing, yo. And depression makes you push people away. You think you can do it all by yourself, and you're all like that pride. It sucks.
We will go over everything one more time, and I'll tell you kind of what the next step of this process is going to be. But before I do that, I'm going to kind of run through everything, and you tell me if I'm getting anything wrong. If I am, stop me, correct me, and I'll make sure that I get it exactly how you tell me.
How do I
one thing
help you?
I didn't get was, I did hear that you went out with your friend, then you came home, and that's when everything happened. Tell me how this morning
I hope I can help you.
leading up to you going out with
It was a good morning. You know, I was outside with the dog most of the morning, staying away from them.
Because I know that Linda probably would have already been there, because it sounds like she was
She
staying
was
there.
there. Yeah,
Did
she was there.
Ron? Did you see Ron this morning too?
No.
So you did. So the first time you saw Ron was when you saw him in your chair.
I don't think he was there this morning before I left.
Okay.
No, I don't think he was.
Well,
Okay.
come
So
back
about
next
what time
time,
did you
Tom.
guys get up today?
I'll try to have good shows.
Probably 6.
About 6. Okay. Is that about when you usually guys start your day? Okay, so you got up around 6.
5:36 usually.
Spent some time with the dog, it sounds like. And then,
We ate made breakfast. Like I said, spent most of the morning outside trying to stay away from them. And then, I don't know, probably about 12:30, I went to town and went to the tobacco store, bought some tobacco. I went and had lunch. And then I went over to my friend's house and looked at his house and his doors and stuff. And then I came home.
okay. All right. And you did
Wow.
tell me earlier to kind of help with some pain management. You said you use alcohol and marijuana. Have you used any alcohol or marijuana today?
Yes,
Okay. How much have you used today?
not enough.
Not enough. Okay. And, you know, have to ask again how much alcohol did you drink, if you had any?
I did have some.
Was it beer or liquor?
It was that moonshine.
The moonshine.
The
Okay.
moonshine.
I make moonshine.
Okay.
Yo, this guy's
All right.
belongs
I
on
did
death
make
row,
moonshine.
bro.
I'm sure I will not be making
Yo.
any more moonshine.
You be like, no.
Typically, from what I understand, people keep
Leave moonshine in jail.
You've had more than one jar, less
No,
than a jar.
I probably didn't have.
I don't even have a
I
bottle.
probably didn't have a cup of moonshine today.
How much marijuana did you take today?
Thank you, bro.
Smoked a bowl.
Smoked a bowl.
I
Okay.
I need another
Is that not what
device.
you usually do? Okay. All right, and that's to include.
And I don't. I smoke pot every day, but I don't drink moonshine every day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Would the moonshine have been prior to you leaving your house?
No.
Okay. So when did you do
Oh,
the?
shit.
When I came back,
I'm gonna write
I made
that down.
myself a
I'm gonna
drink.
read it. I'm not gonna get scared. I hope you're not doing no voodoo shit on me.
Big like a shot.
I go read it
And it
and then like
was
some voodoo shit
Ice
happens.
and mostly tea.
But you know what? I'm gonna
And
read
a
it
little bit of moonshine in there.
later.
So, nowhere close to drunk.
Okay. All right. Well, Jesse, we'll just go over everything one last time real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end it. You woke up around 5:36 today, spent some time with the dog, had breakfast. Seemed like it was a good morning, and then you go off. You leave the house to do some chores.
I needed to get out of there, and I was trying to de-escalate this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And get away from it for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, when I come back and I noticed their cars were gone, I come in the house, I'm looking around the house. Like I said, to me, it looked to me like Linda had collected her stuff up.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, great. Maybe this is over with.
Sure.
And while I was up in my dad's talking to Dad, I noticed them pull in. And I was like, damn it, I just can't get a break, And I was really hoping that they had all driven back. I was really hoping that Linda was going to get in the car with Ron and they were going to leave because, like I said, it appeared to me that Linda's stuff had been picked up. I mean, she had a bag of stuff in the bathroom with her toothbrush and whatnot. And, she had her stuff kind of all over the house by then. And like I said, when I come in, I looked around. It looked to me like she had picked up. I thought, well, praise the Lord, she's left.
Yeah.
This is over with. And sure enough.
Okay. And so you went inside and you said to Tanya that Linda and Ron need to...
I didn't say that to Tanya. I said that to Linda and Ron.
Okay.
With Tanya sitting there.
But then Tanya addressed you, answered for them.
Yes.
Okay.
She said,
Gotcha.
They're not going anywhere.
Gotcha.
I own half of this place, and they're not going anywhere.
Okay.
And then I lost it.
You went out to your Ford, got your...
From the moment that happened, for me to walk out, grab my gun, and walk back in and put them all on the ground was all under a minute.
Okay. And they were all sitting at the kitchen table. You shot Ron first.
Ron was sitting there when I shot him. By then, Linda had stood up, and I shot her. And by then, Tanya had stood up, and I shot her.
When Linda stood up, did she make it any sort of a distance away from the table?
No.
You got it right there at the table. Same thing with Tanya. Did she make it away from the table?
No.
Okay. After you shot them,
I shot all of them in under 10 seconds.
Okay.
I probably shot them all under 5 seconds.
Okay.
And then took another 5 to shoot them again.
Did you move them at all after you shot them?
I didn't.
So where we're finding them is
Where you're finding them is exactly where they landed.
Okay. Did you
Sorry.
pick up any of the brass shell casings?
Crazy.
You left all that?
I walked out, and I was going to try to call my sister to tell her to come and get Dad.
Yeah.
And got
He must be
voicemail.
strong.
I didn't leave a message.
Mhm.
And I turned right around and called 911.
Okay. And what kind of cell phone do you use? Or did
It's
you-
a Samsung.
Is it like a smartphone?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a passcode or a PIN code to get
No.
into it? Okay. All right. Did you and Tanya ever get in arguments on text messaging? Did you ever text or anything like that?
Yeah, we texted.
Okay. Did you guys ever get into it on text or talk about Linda and Ron through texting or anything? Okay, so
So that was face to face.
Yo, I can't wait to see sentencing, bro.
did you ever talk to Linda or Ron on the
Oh,
phone or
God.
text them at all?
Very little.
Very little.
Her mom would text me or call me.
Mhm.
You know, like I said, I didn't like her. I didn't want to be around her. I didn't want to share my life with her. I just wanted her to leave me alone. Was basically where it was at, and she couldn't fucking do that.
So something that I know that some people might not understand about this is it makes perfect sense how Ron and Linda were getting on your last nerve, and you said, like you said, you snapped, you made a mistake. Why did you include Tanya in that? Kill Tanya as well.
Tanya had every opportunity to stop this. I talked to her Tuesday or probably Wednesday.
Why kill your wife?
And I told her that this shit, you know, how unhappy I was, and that, you know, I was about to pop about it. You know, I was about to go off. I told her, you know, I understand that she's here for your moral support. You know, but this is enough. I've had enough. And, you know, she had no respect for what I wanted. Or how I felt about it. You know, she was going to do what she wanted to do, and by today,
Could you
they were
imagine
making a
if
point
this
with
man
me
lost control?
that they're going to do what they want to do.
You said a few days ago, I think you might have said
Like right
Wednesday,
there with
when
the
you brought
cop?
this up
Yeah,
to
that'd be
Tanya,
crazy.
did she kind of tell you as much as she did today about how?
Oh, she pretty much, you know, told me she's going to do what she wants to do,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's when I told her, you know,
He's not
keep pushing
safe.
this.
He's not.
You're going to
better not
get what
get
you get
insanity.
when I go off, and it's going to be your own damn fault.
Did you and Tanya ever get into arguments about other stuff? I know all married couples
He's not
get
even safe to
fights
go
once
to
in a while, but did you
asylum
guys ever
with other
get into
patients.
about anything else other than her
Because he'll
marriage?
kill those crazy
Sure.
people
What
for
kind of
sure.
stuff would you guys get
He'd
into?
be like,
She was pretty disappointed, you know,
you
when
wouldn't get out of my
when
way.
my hip and my knee and my
Meanwhile,
low
the
back
guys
went
can-
out and I couldn't work anymore.
Yeah.
You know, she was pretty disappointed about that.
Meanwhile, the guy's crazy in the asylum home.
Did any of those arguments become physical?
No,
So
You
she
wouldn't
never,
get out of my
she never
goddamn way.
brought any violence on you.
No.
You never brought any on her.
Oh,
No.
my
Any
God.
verbal threats, one way or the other.
no, not really.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I think that's gonna
Oh
be it.
my
Again,
God.
Jesse, I really do
You're
appreciate
so
you sitting in
sweet.
here and being cordial with me and helping me understand what happened. It does mean a lot,
Wow.
and I'm going to document everything we talked about in the report, and I'm going to document it just like you told me, just straight up facts. And you know, that's why it's important to talk that way. I'm not having to speculate or guess about anything. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you over to the jail, and I'm going to come back over and work on what's called a probable cause statement. And I'm going to send that probable cause statement to the Greene County Prosecutor's Office. And once I get that to them, they'll review it, and they'll decide if I have probable cause to believe that you committed murder today or not. And depending on how they review that, there might be a warrant issued for your arrest,
In
which
6
point would be a
feet,
bail or a
19
bond.
stone,
Obviously,
I'd
you'd already
run.
be in the jail, but that's going to be kind of the next part of this.
I really don't
Tall,
expect to be bonded
That's
or bailed
scary.
out.
Sure.
I know I ain't going anywhere or doing anything ever again.
That's just the procedure that every
I
single case goes through.
Let's
I
get
knew
on
when
with
you've
it.
been straight with me, so I just wanted to be straight with you. And
He
I
gets
appreciate it. Just
mad?
wanted to let you know exactly.
You know
Before
how
we do
crazy people
go
are,
next door,
yo.
did you have any other last minute questions? Or
Crazy
no?
people are stronger
Okay.
than the average Joe.
I might end up taking you up on a future
They have that
conversation
extra
if that's
power,
something
bro.
we think we need anything else. Otherwise,
That
I'm going to
extra
step out
strength,
one
like you were
last time,
saying,
put my stuff
yeah.
back on my desk, and we'll get you next door.
Okay.
And he can choke you out with his bare hands, yo. Oh, brother.
All right, Jesse. I'm going to handcuff you again when I walk you next door, but I will do it in the front. That'll probably be a little bit more comfortable for you.
He does. Yo, the cop doesn't
Need to
want to
put these on,
disrespect
but
him.
sometimes the jail gets kind of upset if we don't.
I understand.
Double lock this so next one gets tired. This is
You think he's a
Lieutenant Hunt. He's
Viking?
going to walk.
Yeah, he could be a good soldier for sure.
You did. Okay, thank you.
Viking? No way. That's it?
Jesse Huey was originally set to face trial in October of 2022 when he changed his plea to guilty just before the trial began. He initially pleaded not guilty for the murders. In January of 2023, Jesse Huey was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole.
That's what I was
I want to thank you all for watching. We have a lot
Like,
more
who's
on the
gonna
way.
play with this
Make sure
guy?
you subscribe. And we
Sit
will
there
see
and
you in
tell you the
next
whole story how he killed you. Killed them. That's wild, bro. The man sat there and said, I killed her. I shot her. I shot Ron first. Then I shot Linda. And then I shot Tanya. And then I went back and shot them. Just to make sure they're dead. They were disrespecting me. That's what the man said. They were disrespecting me. Ron just walks in my house, sits in my chair. Oh, shit, bro. Like, I've had enough of it. Okay? I've had enough. I was tired. They were testing my bluff. Yo, that's mental illness, bro. That's death row. I don't know what town that guy's in or what state. If he was in, like, I think Iowa, no? Or like Florida has death penalty too, I think. That's crazy, bro. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy, man. Like, bro, you're not coming back out of jail ever. Like, I hope, like, did he even realize that? Did he realize that shit? Like, oh man, he's just had enough. He's died now. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be running to prison, bro. That's what I said. Inmates are gonna be scared of his ass, yo. When they hear his story and he's gonna walk around telling it like it's nothing too. Like, yeah, I killed my wife and her mom and her dad. I did that shit. Yo. Oh my God, bro. There's this law secretary one. Let me see.
What if I told you you'll experience
Hear
longer
this crazy
gameplay,
shit,
more
yo.
content,
Like,
and higher payouts if you play it?
you
One
better-
Crime True Mini analyzes true crime cases with
Oh,
topics and
man.
details that may not be suitable
That's
for everyone.
wild,
but it will
bro.
always stand on the side of justice and innocent victims above all else. It will never
crazy.
cater to the ego of a monster. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's evil in this world, bro. That was a definite sign of evil. That was evil, bro. I love these guys. I love these guys, bro.
In late 2012, staff at a Macon, Georgia law firm known as Calder Pinkston became alarmed when 58-year-old legal secretary Gail Barrington Spencer didn't show up for work on October 5th. Gail had been working at the practice for over a decade, looking after multiple employees and managing affairs in the bustling office. She was a single, hardworking woman, well known for her dedication to her professional career. Gail handled virtually all of Calder Pinkston's financial transfers. In fact, she was held in such high regard at the company that she was permitted to move large sums of the firm's money without even needing authorization from upper management. At a real estate firm like Calder Pinkston, that's a massive responsibility, one indicative of the trust the practice held for her. Gail Spencer was also rarely tardy from work, let alone absent. But absence met with...
This one's called The Law Firm Secretary Viciously Murdered in a Quiet Georgia Neighborhood.
Radio silence.
Shout out to
unprecedented in her
Law
life
and Crime
as
Network,
the law
guys.
firm. With Gail
Subscribe
nowhere
to
be
them
found,
too, eh?
her colleague and
Thank
fellow
you,
legal
Tom.
secretary, 38-year-old Tracy Jones,
Have a good night,
filled in
bro.
for the missing woman, assuming Gail's role at Calder Pinkston for the day. She was even granted access
You wish me
to the
luck. I
computer
want
where
like
Gail handles the
500
firm's financial
subscribers, yo.
accounts. Tracy Jones had only been employed at the business for a year, during which time her and Gail certainly had their differences. Differences mainly stemming from the fact that Tracy was disorganized and often failed to show up for work on time. The contrast of professional ethics between the two rubbed Gail the wrong way. The following early morning at around 2 a.m. on October 6th, Ken Dalton and his wife returned home to find their dog Camo outside barking wildly. His neighbor, Gail Spencer, knowing the couple wouldn't be home until late, had agreed to let Camo back inside their house that evening. Trusting Gail's good, reliable nature, the Daltons immediately sensed that something was off about the situation. Their concerns peaked upon noticing the lights were still on inside Gail's house. Unable to make contact with her, Ken called the police and requested a welfare check. After arriving at the residence, police make entry to the house, where they find Gail Spencer dead in her bedroom with a plastic bag over her head. The medical examiner later found that she had been suffocated and intimately violated in a humiliating way. Her sister is quoted as saying that the murderer left Gail without her dignity. Just one day later,
That's
on October
dangerous.
7th, police were tipped off by a letter they received from someone calling themselves Dustin. Dustin claimed a friend of his had offered to let him in on a plan to murder an older woman, steal a large sum of money, and then flee the country. Dustin claimed his friend's name was Brett Kelly. Around this same time, Calder Pinkston receives a call about missing money from an escrow account relating to a real estate deal that the firm's about to close. The missing finances total roughly to the tune of about $1 million. Gail Spencer has been murdered. Calder Pinkston is in a panic, and Tracy Jones has stopped answering calls. But with both the company and the banks closed for the long Columbus Day weekend, there's not much that can be done immediately. While Calder Pinkston tries to locate the lost money and find its now second missing legal secretary, Tracy Jones, the police desperately search for the aforementioned Brett Kelly to question him regarding the death of Gail Spencer, only to find out that Brett had just recently applied for his passport. But when authorities are finally able to locate Tracy Jones, they realize that what happened to Gail Spencer was just the tip of the iceberg.
I don't know what happened to her. She was fine when I left. That's all I know.
You are there at Gail's house that morning. Gail is getting ready, you said, to go to work. Gail doesn't show up to work.
And we all thought that was weird.
58-year-old Gail Spencer was found dead in her home on Stinsonville Road Saturday morning. Her body was found after firefighters responded to a welfare check.
Spencer's death was a result of, quote, suffocating at her home. Investigators say when Spencer's body was found at this home, there were no signs of forced entry and her car wasn't there. 41 NBC first showed you this video last night of a silver Acura being pulled from the church parking lot. I spoke with police today who confirmed the car belonged to Spencer. Spencer's body was found with no visible injuries. She was discovered after neighbors noticed suspicious activity and called police for a welfare check.
Since we were not sure, we went ahead and started an investigation like we usually do. Treat it as a homicide until we get the autopsy results back. We got the autopsy results yesterday morning, and it was ruled as a homicide.
Neighbors I spoke with declined to go on camera, but they described Spencer as a sweet person who loved animals and was devoted to her job.
Before this interview, the detectives had already spoken to Tracy Jones once about the murder of her co-worker, Gail Spencer. But this is Tracy's first interview where she's questioned in a way that's conducive to her being a suspect in the matter. Initially, she's left alone in the interrogation room for 25 minutes before anyone greets her. This room might look somewhat familiar if you recall the Lauren Giddings case from 2011. And that's because it is in fact the same room where murder suspect Stephen McDaniel was interviewed roughly a year prior to Gail's murder. Stephen was later convicted of killing, intimately violating, and dismembering Lauren Giddings in the very same town where Gail Spencer's body was discovered.
I mean, we just don't know where she is.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Howdy.
Had you seen anything there? Had you seen anything there? I mean, we don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. That's how we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
Lauren and Stephen were both law students at Mercer Law University. The fact that both of these cases involve victims and suspects in the legal field is nothing more than a mere coincidence. But the victorious conviction of Stephen McDaniel and the fact that it largely stemmed from his disturbing interview in that very same room likely has investigators riding high on a confidence boost. You'll probably pick up on that occasionally throughout the interview. At times, it possibly may even toe the line of minor boundary issues.
guys,
Nothing
really?
major, but certainly things you would expect to see less of during police interviews almost 15 years later into the present.
Every touchdown, slam dunk, and goal this season. Live bets put you at the heart of the action.
Expect to see less of during police interviews almost 15 years later into the present.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey.
Hey, why don't you...
This is crazy.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay, I'm tired.
You tired?
Yeah.
Why are you tired?
We got so much work at work. It's driving me crazy. It's
Is it?
stressful. Yeah.
It's stressful.
It's very stressful.
Uh-oh.
How you been
Stress.
sleeping?
I sleep. I have thyroid disease, so I sleep pretty good anyway.
She hasn't been sleeping very well. Okay. Well, I wanted to talk to you again about Friday morning, the 5th of October. Now, let's go over what happened with you that morning. Okay?
Okay.
Tell me everything from that starting. Okay.
When I got up.
When you got up, let's go through the story.
Notice the moment Detective Shirley asks Tracy to recall, in detail, her actions on the last day her murdered coworker was seen alive. She immediately pulls her left leg into her chair and proceeds to hug it close to her body. Hugging oneself could be seen as a sign of self-soothing and may indicate nervous vulnerability. Tracy is likely trying to make herself feel safe. This could also be a defensive measure and an attempt to place a shield between herself and what she perceives as a potential threat. The positioning of Tracy's chair, the detective's seat, and the door in the background are all significant features of this interview. Tracy is literally in a corner with nothing in between her and the man assertively asking her questions. But she is right next to a door that she's, so far, free to walk out of at any time. The detective can use all this to his advantage in order to change the dynamics of the interview whenever he feels like applying or releasing pressure.
All right, I got up, and I realized
Oh,
that,
so
I
that's
realized the night
crazy.
before I didn't have any more war tabs.
Right.
Okay, and I remember my friend had told me that there was a guy over there. I might have been on the wrong road. I don't even know.
Who's your friend?
Brandy. She had told me that, that she knew a guy. His name was Eric. He lived on Holly Mill something. She kind of gave me the directions. And so I said, all right, well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go over there and see if the lights are on or something. I'll knock on the door and let him know I know her. So I got over there, and like I said, I might have been on the wrong road. I don't know, but I chickened out. There was no lights on none of the houses on that road. So my car wouldn't crank. So I walked up to Gail's because I knew Gail lived there. I was kind of scared she'd see me ride by and she'd be like, well, what are you doing over here? You know what I mean? So I knocked on the door. She came to the door. I said, Gail, can I have something to drink? My car broke down and I got to pee. I had to pee really bad.
What?
She said, yeah. So we walked and she walked me into the bathroom. There was no toilet paper. I had to holler, Gail, there's no toilet paper. So she just cracked the door and, kind of threw it in there to me. And I'll knock on the door and let him know I know her. So I got over there, and like I said, I might have been on the wrong road. I don't know, but I chickened out. There was no lights on none of the houses on that road. So my car wouldn't crank. So I walked up to Gail's because I knew Gail lived there. I was kind of scared she'd see me.
What are you doing in the
She'd be like,
neighborhood?
what are you doing over here? You know what I mean? So I knocked on the door. She came to the door. I said, Gail, can I have something to drink? My car broke down and I got to pee. I had to pee really bad.
Right.
She said, yeah. So we walked and she walked me into the bathroom. There was no toilet paper and I had to holler, Gail, there's no toilet paper. So she just cracked the door and, kind of threw it in there to me. Well, I came out and I said, well, get me something to drink. She kind of stayed in her bedroom the whole time. And I got me something to drink and I heard the door shut because I was at the sink. And so I hollered through the door and I said, Gail, I'm going to go try my car. If I don't come back, you'll know I got it. But if not, I'm going to have to come back. You might have to take me home so I can get ready to come to work. And
Why'd you go over to Gail's?
Exactly.
I just told you that.
Why did you go over there?
Why? Because I was kind of scared she saw me ride by or something because I knew she was up because she's told me she gets up early every morning.
So if you were scared that she saw you ride by, why don't you go over there?
Because I was scared she saw me. And then she'd be like, well, what are you doing over here? And I'm not going to say, well, I'm over here trying to find some drugs.
All right, so anyway.
You know what I mean?
So you go back to your car.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Okay, I get back to my car, and I try it, and it cranks up. And so I go. And I go home. I get my son up. I get him ready for school. I get ready. I take him to school, and I go straight to work.
Your son
My 15-year-old.
Okay, 15-year-old. I thought you said you had two.
I do, but the 17-year-old don't go to school.
What's their names?
Scott and Dominic.
Scott and Dominic. Okay. So you get dressed, take them to school, and then what?
I went straight to work.
What time did you get to work?
About 8:30.
Okay. What kind of car were you driving?
My car.
Your car? And you have what?
Honda Civic.
Okay. What color?
Silver.
All right.
Detective Shirley likely knows the answer to some of the questions he's asking right now, such as how many kids Tracy has,
Yeah,
their names,
color of
the
the car.
model of her car, the color, and so on.
See if
but
she's
asking
lying.
questions he knows the answer to helps him establish a baseline for how Tracy acts whenever she's telling the truth. This will in turn help him detect potential attempts at deception later on. While it's true that studying body language behavior isn't a certified way to detect when someone is lying, analyzing a cluster of markers over an extended period of time can help authorities expose soft spots in a potential facade. A facade is simply a deceptive outward appearance. It's not an indication of guilt, but breaking through it may well steer interrogators closer to the truth.
Was there anybody with you when you went over to where Gail is?
No, nobody was with me.
Nobody was in the car? Did you ever use Gail's phone?
No, I did not use Gail's phone.
Okay. All right. What was wrong with your car?
I think the battery cable gets loose sometimes because it does it on me often.
Okay. So usually when it don't crank, the first thing you would do is shake that battery cable, right?
That or just sit there for a little bit and it'll finally crank. I don't know why it does it, but I guess it needed tightening.
But that morning you decided not to sit there and wait or jiggle around with it. You just walked over to Gail's.
Yeah, I was nervous. I was scared because I never knew this guy. I'm not one to go buy drugs. I really didn't know what to do with myself. You know what I mean? So I said, well, I'm just gonna walk over to Gail's. But I was scared she saw me, give me something to drink. I was about to die of thirst, and I had to pee really bad. So I said, I'll just walk up here. And I knew she had been sick. You know,
That's why I
she was
killed
sick
her.
Wednesday. I didn't get to see her Thursday at work.
What was she wearing? Was she in her pajamas?
No, I think she had on work clothes.
Like what?
I'll be honest, can't remember. It seems like it was like an orangey top or something like that. But no, she had work clothes on. I know it wasn't pajamas.
Okay.
And she told me, she said, well, I got to get ready. And she, like I said, she hauled back to her bedroom. It's like she didn't want to deal with me or something.
She got a glass of water, right?
Yeah, I got me a glass of water.
Okay. Was it a glass, a cup?
It was a green cup.
Green cup, okay. So you can remember it was a green cup, but you can't remember what Gail was
Yeah,
wearing.
but I guess because I looked at it. But like I said, because she came to the door and she hauled back to her bedroom.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what I had on that morning.
Well, let's do this. Let me go ahead and let you know this, okay?
Okay.
All right. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But I am going to be firm with you.
Okay.
All right, Tracy. The Lower Tab deal, going over there to Eric's and everything. All right. I've already confirmed that's a lie. That's a lie. Listen to me. Listen, Tracy. I don't know if you have done got yourself. I don't know if you were involved in this from the beginning or if you got drug into it and didn't mean to.
Oh,
but
shit.
your story about going over there to get drugs, I've already been talking to people that said no, it's a lie. Okay, and the fact that you knew where Gail lived at.
Gail, that's her name. Yeah.
That's a lie too. All right. So listen, the only thing you're going to do is make it harder on yourself. So let's stop the bullshitting. Do you want to help yourself, or do you want to go deeper?
I'm not bullshitting. I don't know what happened to her. She was fine when I left. That's all I know. How would I have anything to do with what happened to her?
I also know that you weren't alone.
Yes, I was alone.
No.
Oh, shit.
Tracy.
I was alone.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Negative. You were not.
Okay.
If you're a long-term follower of channels like Jim Can't Swim, you'll likely recognize the read technique being used here. This is orchestrated in an interrogation when a detective asserts that he definitely knows a suspect did something or that he can prove their guilt, even when that may not actually be the case. Once the read technique is performed, the next step is often monitoring the suspect's response to the accusation. Both innocent and guilty people will likely display agitation. But when measured on a scale of 1 to 10, an innocent person will likely hit a 9 or a 10 and stay there. On the other hand, someone with a higher chance of being guilty will likely come in at about a 3 or 4 before quickly settling down into a quiet, attentive state in order to find out what the detective knows.
I have never seen someone between the ages of 50 and 60 with such beautiful hair. It turns out that since she started getting gray...
Quiet, attentive state in order to find out what the detective knows.
You have kids?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You had a 15-year-old.
Yes, I do.
Right. And how old's your other?
17.
Okay. Your 15-year-old,
Mhm.
right? He's still in school, still basically a baby, everything else, okay? You need to start thinking about him, okay?
Oh
I know
shit.
that.
All right? So you need to start thinking
Yo,
about
this
him.
cop is not
Now, are you going
playing.
to keep lying to me or not?
I'm not lying. Why would I have anything to do with any of
Tracy,
this?
we know better. Tracy,
You know
we
better.
know better.
Okay.
Okay? We know better.
Oh
all right?
shit.
We know. We know things already. All right?
Okay.
So now, you going to sit here and lie or not?
I'm not lying. I've told you everything.
All right? You didn't go over there to get no Lord tabs.
Yes, I did.
Okay? All right. Who gave you the information?
My friend Brandy.
Brandy who? Okay. So, if I talk to Brandy, is Brandy going to say, yeah, I told her?
I'm sure she will, but her husband don't know she takes Lortab, so I don't know.
Okay.
Lord
But she told me
Tabs.
that.
So the drug dealer?
I don't have anything to do with none of this, and it's really breaking my heart that I like Gail. I love Gail.
All right.
I don't know what happened to Gail, but I know that
She's dead.
I know she's dead,
Okay.
and you don't think that'll upset all of us?
All of us is in who?
Me and everybody at work.
Yeah.
It's driving us crazy.
Let's do this, Tracy, okay? Let's do this. Let's put it, all right, you are there at Gail's house that morning. Gail is getting ready, you said, to go to work.
It looked like she was to me.
Okay? Gail doesn't show up to work. All right?
And we all thought that was weird.
Okay? Then Saturday morning at 3:30 Saturday morning, she's found dead in her house, still with her work clothes on. You are the last person to see her
That
alive.
don't mean I had anything to do with it.
Wow.
You're
I know I
going to have to
did.
convince me.
I know I didn't.
Why do you think why do you think I was telling you? I don't know if there's something that you got drug into.
I promise you, I'd have
Okay.
no. If I knew what happened to her, I would have done came to you and told you, because I'm that type of person. I would have done came down here and said, this is what I think happened, or this is what I don't know. It was just a
Wow.
coincidence.
Listen, I've got two different versions.
Tracy, you
that you
left
told
Gail's
about what happened.
house.
That you were taking a friend home.
And I told you why. I told my
The
wife.
last one.
That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't want them to know I was over there looking for drugs.
You didn't have to tell them that.
Okay, well,
But it doesn't, see, let me put yourself in my shoes. Would that make any sense to you?
I understand why it don't make no sense to you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But that was the way I mean, if you think I had anything to do with that,
Yo,
why
you're
didn't
still
tell
getting
her when I
pinned
went
with
by there?
that, bro.
I mean, that would have been stupid.
Yo, you already know when the cops had it, bro. Like, all that talking and all that trying to play
I
innocent,
happened to be by there. Of
you're
course
still
it
gonna
is.
get
I can
pinned with
never do
that.
nothing to hurt anybody.
I didn't say that you hurt him.
And I couldn't have anything to do with any of it. There's no way I can have anything to do with her.
No matter what
I
you're
love
saying,
her.
bro.
I can't even handle that job without her there. It's driving me crazy.
Tracy,
Tracy.
listen, I know, okay?
You're going to jail, Tracy. No matter what.
I don't, but there's...
You don't know how stressed I am. You have no idea without her there. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me nuts. I really just want to quit my job because I don't know that I can do it without her there. But I can't leave him there with it because none of them, like, we have a closing day at 3 o'clock. None of them know how to do it but me. And I just had to walk up and leave everything.
Well,
And they don't know how to do it. And I can't walk up and leave them like that. I promise you, if I know anything or if I knew anything, I would be the first one down here telling you.
A Freudian slip is an unintentional error in someone's speech that reveals their true subconscious feelings. In reference to what happened to Gail, Tracy just said, if I know anything, or if I knew anything. She was right the first time. Tracy definitely knows something. Then she follows that sentence up with, I would be the first one down here telling you. She likely meant to say, the first thing I do is come down here and tell you. Detectives would be correct to wonder what Tracy would be the first one of.
Yeah.
If y'all think I had something to do with it, I mean, what do I need to do?
Shit.
First of all,
Freudianship?
he's not saying anything.
Freudianship?
No, he's saying you have a lot more information.
I would be the first one down here
Just the people that we got in this,
telling you.
you know every single one of them. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yo, these cops are
What did I
smart,
tell
yo. They
you,
do
Tracy?
some real work.
I told you, we know things. We already know. Okay? We already know Tracy. Yes, Tracy, we do.
Okay, I'm confused.
Tracy, yo, your ass is going to jail, bro.
That you know,
Oh shit, you're going to
are
jail for
involved in
life.
this.
That's like you're going to jail for life, bro.
Who all do you know?
I mean, I know a lot of people, but
Triple life.
I asked you yesterday, who are all the people that you hang out with or that you're around? You were only able to give me one name. I had one of your coworkers came down here and was able to give me 3 or 4 names that they know that you have mentioned that you hang around with.
well, I mean, of course I have friends, like my friend Tessa and
Tessa, okay, keep going.
Tessa and let me think, another girl named Tess, Brandy. I mean, I have friends I hang out with.
I even asked you about guy friends. You were only able to give me, what was the name that you gave me?
Jason Woody. I know a Jason Law. I mean, but I don't really hang out with any guy friends.
Okay. I just said nothing about hanging out. All right. People that you know, people that you may socialize with from time to time. You know, you were only able to give us that Jason Woody's name yesterday. Is that right? That's right. Your coworker came down here, and I asked her about names that you may have brought up, people that you hang out with or whatever, and she was able to give me a Mike, a John, a Brent, and she's just a coworker.
Okay. First off, I don't know no Mike. Oh, Mike Wadsworth. That's my friend Stephanie's husband.
Okay.
I know a Brent Joyner, but me and him don't even talk or anything.
He was Brent Joyner?
I went to school with him.
Okay.
Scott Chapman knows him.
Okay.
But I don't ever talk to him or hang out with him. And who was the other one?
There was a John.
The only John I know is John Rowland, I believe, and that was my third husband's best friend. And I don't ever talk to him. So I don't know where them names came from.
What about friends of your sons? They come over to your house?
I mean, he's got friends.
Like who?
Let's see, Jeremy and Daniel don't really come over there anymore. I'm trying to think. Jeremy, Hunter, Nick. I mean, he's got a lot of friends that come in and out of there.
Anybody that frequents often?
Yeah, they all do. They all come over there just about every day.
Who else?
I mean, you really want me to sit here and name all their names? My son's friends wouldn't have nothing to do with this.
Okay. Did I say they were?
16 to 17 years old.
That doesn't mean nothing. We've worked where 14 years have killed people. Okay? Right?
I guess I just can't imagine that.
It happens.
I'm sure it does, but I can't imagine that it would happen. I couldn't never imagine anything like this would happen to Gail.
Well, it did.
I know it did, and I can't stand it. And I'm sorry, but I don't know how more I can help you.
The more you stay home, the less you want to leave. And the more you stay, the heavier everything feels. You think you're resting.
How more I can help you.
You said you know a Brett. Who?
A Brent Joyner?
Brent Joyner? Right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How about Brent Kelly?
That's my son's friend.
Okay. You didn't name him?
I mean, I forget some of them. I
You just popped that right off your tongue right then. Okay?
I just told you that he's got a lot of friends. A lot. And
But that name, as soon as I said it, wasn't like, well, hold on a second.
because they're friends.
Okay? You were able to pop that name right out your mind. Okay? You went over to Gales for a specific reason. It wasn't because your car broke down. Like I said, I don't know, okay, if you were put into this situation, okay, and I'm sorry if you were, and you didn't want to be, but you were drug into it, or I don't know if you were in on it from the get-go. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to tell us. All right?
I don't know what else.
That's crazy, y'all. Yo, YouTube, don't knock me out, eh?
What business is it? 233 Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia.
It's a passport place.
Why would you need a passport place?
Because I would like to go out of town one day.
Out of town.
She's trying to
one day.
fucking.
It seems odd that someone would apply for their passport to, quote,
What's
go
that?
out of town
A risk.
someday.
Fight
Most innocent
risk.
people in this situation would just say that they're planning to travel to another country. But obviously, Tracy Jones isn't most innocent people.
I plan on me and my kids and going to the Bahamas or somewhere as soon as we can, just for a couple of days.
Are you aware that it's an expedited passport place?
No, what is that?
That means they do it fast.
Oh
2
shit.
weeks. And it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, I understand.
You know you can get a passport at CVS.
Yeah.
No,
Walgreens.
I didn't know you could just go in.
Yeah, it just takes longer. And it only costs a little bit of money.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh shit.
When did you contact this passport place?
I don't know. One day last
Yo,
week.
that passport
last
place got you, bro.
You don't remember what day?
Who? I don't remember what day.
Who'd you speak to?
What do you mean who did I speak to? I called them.
Oh shit.
And who all was planning on going with you on this trip?
Well, I want to take my boys, but there's some things I have to get their daddy to do.
Who's their daddy?
Leonard Scott Daniel.
Leonard Scott Daniel. Okay. So
Leonard Scott Daniel. Yo, that's why it's good to have a passport on
would
deck.
Brett's name be involved in it?
Because him and my son are very good friends, and he wanted to go with us.
You have to have that shit
You said
ready to
one
go,
day.
yo.
You're talking like it's going to be next week.
Well, I mean, I would like to go soon, to be
You don't know if
honest
that
with you.
boy next. I mean, you're talking about one day. You said no. You said one day, Tracy. You said one day. Now, if I tell him one day, I'd like to get married. That could be a year, 5, 10 years from now. But I'm not going to go out and buy an engagement ring.
You're taking my words and you're protruding them.
We're telling you exactly how we take it. Alright.
That's what you told us. I just repeated exactly back to you. I just said, you said one day. That doesn't mean next week. If you were going to go next week or next month or even a year, then you would have said, well, we're getting ready. We have plans just like people do on a cruise. Well, next year we're going to go on a cruise. But you said one day. One day.
Oh,
And then you said, Brett, one day I'm going to take Brett. Do you see, Tracy? It's not adding up. Everything.
I completely understand. It's not, I know, I completely do. But I've told y'all everything. I've told you everything.
No, Tracy, you
Yes,
haven't.
I have.
No.
Okay.
She's holding her tongue, though. Shit.
Well, here's the deal. I'm going to go on and let you know this now.
Okay.
How do you think the girl died?
I don't know. All I know is what Patsy told me.
Okay. Homicide. Do you know what homicide means? That means murder.
Technically, homicide means the killing of a human via another human. Murder is a type of homicide, like manslaughter is a type of homicide. The detective obviously knows this, but likely wants Tracy to feel the pressure of the word murder, as it carries with it malice or intent. If he thinks Tracy isn't directly responsible for Gail Spencer's murder, this may be a good way to pressure her into revealing who is.
She was murdered, Tracy. The person that you worked with every single day, okay, this 58-year-old woman that has a son that had 2 little grandbabies, okay, all right, that she loved, all right, she was murdered. She didn't commit suicide. She didn't fall and hit her head. She was murdered by someone. Brutally murdered. And possibly even raped. Yes, yes, Tracy,
shit.
raped. Yes, she was raped. Okay, asphyxiation, which means she was held down, okay,
Oh,
and someone suffocated her to death. All right? Not pretty. Okay? I just left the autopsy. All right? This woman who's never hurt anyone in her life that's done everything and that she's supposed to do. She raised a child, single mother, on her own, worked hard every single day to provide a life for him. Okay? Every day. She's worked. She's 58 years old, she was still getting up every day and going to work. All right? Hadn't hurt a soul, never been in trouble in her life, paid all her bills, done exactly what she was supposed to do, and then someone comes inside her house and kills her. And not only killed her, but possibly even sexually assaulted her. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel awful.
Okay. And the last person that was there
It was me.
was you.
I know.
Okay.
How do you think that makes me feel?
I didn't say that you killed her, Tracy. I didn't say that.
Shit.
I did not say that at all. I've never said that. But you know more, and we already know. If you hadn't figured that out by now, come on. I'm trying to give you a rope to pull yourself out of this,
Shit.
girl. That's what I'm trying to do.
Talking too
I'm not
much
trying to
fucking
hurt
shit.
you. I'm trying to give you a rope. Now, you can do one of two things. Either you can take it and save yourself, or you can drown with the rest of them.
Meet EM Sense, a breakthrough in foot therapy that wraps around your foot and ankle like a therapeutic boot and attacks the root cause of your pain.
Drown with the rest of them.
I don't know anything else than what I've told you.
All right, well.
I wish I did. I wish I could sit here and tell you something that would help, but I don't.
You want to, Tracy. I can look in your
I
face.
don't know. If I had something to tell you, I swear to God I would tell you because I love Gail.
Everybody that knew you and Gail said that you and Gail did not get along.
And yet we didn't get along in the office sometimes, but we talked all the time.
You talked all the time?
Yeah, we would sit down in there in that break room, in the smoke room in Calder's office, and she would tell me things about her and her family and...
Wow.
I promise I would tell you. If I knew more, I would tell you.
You said earlier that if I spoke to Brandy, your friend that told you where this area lived at,
No,
right?
this is where these
That she would say that she did, didn't she? She gave you directions. Let me go ahead and let you know something. I had Brandy Fulford, okay, who's now Brandy Case, down here yesterday after you left.
Okay.
And Brandy says she don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, because she don't want her husband
No.
to know.
She's not gonna get herself involved in this, okay? She said right here, said she don't have a clue what you're talking about. And she doesn't even know Eric. Said that you guys aren't even really that close.
Shit.
Oh, I know you're lying now because we're very
I'm
close.
lying.
Okay. Well, she lied because we're very close. We talk almost every day.
I don't know, your definition of close doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
the same as ours.
No. We've got all your coworkers and everything else saying that Gail didn't care too much for you because
Okay, well, Gail didn't care too much for me. I had no idea about it. Because as far as I knew, me and Gail were fine.
She is crazy.
Well, you know, we have fingerprints. Okay, and we've, house and fingerprints and stuff like that and all. All right, so people's prints are going to be at the house. All right. So your prints are going to be there.
They should be. I mean, I walked in there.
All right. And see,
Generally,
what I was talking to you earlier about, okay, and you sit here and say that
this
you
girl
I don't
thinks she
have
has
no
a good
involvement with it or
freaking
whatever.
story.
All right. Now, what's going to happen? Because generally, all the suspects, they will. Usually during the interviews, they're going to admit to it because they know about these fingerprints, right? And then what's going to happen when they say Tracy was there?
Ain't nobody gonna say I was there.
They're not? You sure about that?
Positive.
Okay.
I'm positive.
Because we've already talked to people, other people, before we brought you down to
That's
Tracy.
fine because they're not gonna say I was here. I was there, whatever. You know I was in the house. I told you I was in the house.
The second time.
I was not in the house the second time.
The first time you told your coworkers you never even went in the house that you used.
No, I did too tell them I went in the house because I told them I had to pee.
Why are they're adamant about it?
I don't know because I told them I had to pee and I was about to die of thirst. I was so thirsty.
Because you're on drugs? Because you were high on the drugs?
They don't have any reason to lie, Tracy.
Well, undoubtedly they don't just remember or something because I know what I said. I told
Yo, this
them
is
I went in the
privilege,
house.
bro. This is like privilege.
They
If you're
never pretty
black,
good story
they'd be
about
like,
what you
oh,
said
I don't
the
want to
first
hear
time
no
to
more, you're
them
going
that
away.
morning when you got to work.
Okay. I don't know.
Glad I did eat lunch because I'm peaked it for a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
Why would Brett need a passport?
Because we were all gonna go out of town.
You were all going to go out of town. You said that before. Obviously out of the country.
Yeah.
You don't need a passport to go to Alabama.
No, but you do if you want to go to Mexico, if you want to go on a cruise. Or
How about Canada? Whoops, that one caught you off
You need
guard.
one in Canada too?
Why would he get one in Canada?
What do you mean in Canada? He didn't get a passport in Canada.
You sure
That I know of.
Like, you know what? You gonna sit here and you just gonna bullshit me all day long, aren't you?
I'm not bullshitting you.
Yes, you are.
I mean, you don't even have a trip planned, according to you. And he goes and gets a passport just like that?
It was just something we decided to go up there and get a
So
passport.
y'all go up there together and get
That's
it?
gonna be the one to fuck you guys
Thursday.
up.
The day you called out sick and said you're taking your mama to the
Yeah.
wherever.
This Dirk right here, yo.
Hospital Amherst, something like
Stupid
that.
ass goes buys plane tickets right after the fucking shootout with Rondo. Like, come on, bro.
I see what you're
How
saying.
you gonna go buy a passport right after you commit the crime? And you don't even have a ticket plan, like a vacation plan, to show the
How about
date.
Shirley Kelly?
Like, yo, I already bought this plane ticket. My plan was already there. Yeah, you can't get out of that, bro. Can't get out of that. There's no way you're
Now,
getting
why
out
would
of
you go up
that.
there and get a passport for Canada that day?
There's no
I
way
don't know. I
you're
didn't
getting
know
out of
that he
that.
got one for Canada.
Why are you rushing to
there?
get a passport
Yeah, I was there, but
after
I
she
didn't. I mean,
dies?
when you get a passport, I didn't realize it had where you were going.
Like, bro, if
There
you
is
get a
no way,
passport
Tracy,
after
that
you
you're going to
commit a
drive
crime,
someone
you're
to
guilty, bro.
Atlanta to get a
You're
passport
guilty, bro.
and not know where they're going. Just out of curiosity, if
After
I took this
a
man
murder.
to Atlanta, if he said to me, hey, can you take me up to Atlanta to get a passport? All right? There's going to be a conversation at some point.
After a murder, bro. You stupid? Yeah, you're done, bro. You're good until the
Because
passport.
I just told you that.
See, that's why he
he
fucked
wanted,
himself
we were
up.
all planning on
Dirk
going
did the
somewhere.
same shit.
I just told you. Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
come on.
You haven't told us where.
No.
I told you I want either with Mexico or we can take a
Those are just a
cruise.
bunch of. That's just.
You're just naming off names.
You just
Exactly. So when I go get my kids' passports, we can just get up and go if we want to.
Get up and go. Get up
It
and
ain't gotta
run.
be no rigmarole.
I just asked you, where did you get the passport for? And you said you didn't know.
No, I told you a minute ago, so we could all go together. No, where he was good. I didn't know you could get a passport and say, okay, I need a passport to go to such and such.
Trace,
What?
let me just be blunt with you. You're full of shit.
Okay.
If there's anybody in this room
That the
that believes
passport part, you can't get past, bro. Because you bought the ticket. You went to go get a passport after you committed the murder?
what was it? Did you get a phone call to come over there and pick somebody up?
Oh,
You know,
shit.
is that what that was?
Pick somebody
Is that what it
up.
was? That's why you didn't get
Oh,
dressed for work yet. That's why you had to run over there, pick them up, then go back and get dressed and then go into work.
No, it's
she's an
not.
accessory.
It's not.
No.
Oh, shit.
Did you take someone over there?
Actually, she's
No, I
like,
did
she
not. I went by
planned it.
myself.
She's not accessory. She's like trying to go after the money too. Like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Yo, you bought the plane ticket after the murder, though, bro. You're done.
Who's
You're
Lisa?
done.
I don't
You're
know
done.
Lisa.
That's
You don't know Lisa at all.
crazy. I wonder, yo, you're gonna get like plane ticket.
You
Yo,
sure
you're
about
gonna
that?
get sentenced,
I'm
bro.
pretty positive. I don't know Lisa.
Is it positive or not?
I
You're
don't
gonna
know
get
what.
sentenced.
If that,
They-
I
they're
think
not
I know.
getting
I
out
don't
of
think
this.
I know Lisa.
She might as well be like that guy and be like, yeah, I did it. And I picked him up here, and this is what. Yo,
Lisa Kirby.
yo.
Sometime familiar to you?
Who?
Lisa Kirby.
I don't think I
Yo,
know
the
Lisa
passport
Kirby.
thing got me,
That's
bro, and
unreal.
she knows that. She knows. That's why she knows. I can feel it. Like, she's like, fuck. The fucking passport.
She
bro.
related to Brett.
I don't know her.
Why did I go get the passport? See?
What's your
People be
relationship
dumb
with
as
Brett?
fuck.
He's
Like,
my son's friend.
Is he?
people be
Anything
dumb.
else?
Too fast. She was
Well,
good
I
too.
did.
She would have gotten away with
Okay, do I need an attorney? Because
it. Now and
I
now
mean,
you
y'all
got
are
a
sitting here
passport.
acting like I've had somthing to do with this, and I did not.
And you were
saying
Most
there.
definitely did
We're
not.
saying that
because you went there to go
all
have a
these
drink
people's
and use
names
the
have come
washroom.
up.
We're done, bro.
I don't understand how.
We're done.
But you don't.
So like,
I don't know no Lisa Kirby. I don't know no Shelly Kelly. Yeah, I know some of
But
these
we'll take
other
Courtney
people.
Kelly. That's close
Yeah,
enough.
we'll take Courtney Kelly, and that's fine.
Brett.
No Brett.
and then you go get a passport. Yeah, you're done.
But all these people that you know,
You're
Tracy,
done.
that you know,
No forced entry into her house over there. Somebody
Oh.
didn't break in and do it to her.
And they raped
I
her
mean, I don't know how
too.
they got in.
They raped her
And ain't
and
like
left
I
her
have a
with
key
no
to let 'em in.
dignity, bro.
No, but she knows you.
I was there for 5 minutes.
Oh, it's sad, yo. It's sad, Tracy.
and that same day she ends
Because you
up
guys are
murdered.
fighting all the time at work.
That. And I feel like she
And she didn't like
But
you.
I didn't have anything to do
You
with
guys
it.
didn't even like each other that much. Because you're always showing up late for work.
And you said they.
Oh. Oh, no.
What are you talking about?
You said they. I
I
never.
said-
Who said that there was more than one person over their house?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, they? I said I didn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, what did she say?
And you said they.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, do I need an attorney? Because,
I didn't say you did.
I mean, y'all
What
are
did you
sitting here
say? You
acting
did.
like I had something to do with this, and I did not.
We're
I
saying
most
that
definitely did
we're
not.
saying that all these people's names have come up. All
You
right.
know.
I don't understand how.
But you know.
I don't know no Lisa Kirby. I don't know no Shelly Kelly. Yeah, I know some of
But
these
we'll
other
take Courtney
people.
Kelly. That's close
Yeah,
enough.
we'll take Courtney Kelly, and that's fine.
Brett.
Yeah. No Brett. But all these people that you know, Tracy, that you know,
No forced entry into her house over there. Somebody didn't break in and do it to her.
I mean, I don't know how they got in.
Ooh,
It ain't like
okay.
I have a key to let them in. I was there for 5 minutes.
All
and that same day she ends up murdered.
I know that. And I feel like she
Yo,
is.
she has a
But
defense
I
there.
didn't have anything to do with it.
You said they? Because you just named off a bunch of names to her.
And you said they.
What are you talking about?
You said they. I never. Who said that there was more than one person over their house?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, they?
I said they. I'd
I said
never.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
I don't know who let them in or who they were. Because you named off a bunch of names to her, so she's saying they. Yo. That would be my defense. What the fuck you talking about? So you're done,
Phone call or
Tracy.
something like that over here.
You're done, though. Because probable
My 2-year-old
cause.
started losing his words, and
Oh,
that's
it's
when
all
I knew
that fight.
something wasn't
They
right.
hated each other.
April's autism acceptance.
And then you go buy a plane ticket?
You need to make a phone call or something like that over here.
You go out of your way to go get your passport. You have no
The
destination
two
in
seemingly
mind.
exhausted and disgruntled detectives exit the room, leaving Tracy on her own for about 10 minutes. During this time, she makes a quick call on her cell phone to someone in order to ensure her youngest son has a ride home from school. She informs the unknown caller that she might be gone for a while before telling them that she loves them and terminating the conversation.
Oh, no.
When the door to the room opens again,
Hey.
I might be gone for a while, guys. I'm going up
Detective
north.
Chapman, who we haven't seen before in this video, enters and immediately begins playing
going up
classic
north.
good cop while still pressing a Reed technique style of questioning. This is a good strategic move on his part, as the pressure applied by the two previous officers ended up with the first round of questioning going in circles. But this has likely been part of the plan all along. Before the previous detectives left the room, they gave the appearance that they were both exhausted with Tracy's denials and unwilling to even consider her innocence. That, coupled with the isolation of being left alone in an interrogation room while being questioned about a murder, can make a suspect feel as though the walls are closing in and no one can help them out of the pickle they're in. This is the perfect time to send in someone to play the "you're not a bad person" part in hopes it will establish rapport that causes Tracy to open up about what really happened to Gail. Adding to that, this Detective Chapman actually knows Tracy Jones and grew up with her. And in case you're wondering, Scott Chapman is the exact same detective that interviewed Stephen McDaniel about the murder of Lauren Giddings.
One on
These guys are
if it is
killers.
one time that you're here, nobody's in here. You're gonna have to feel that door loud. Because we're all the way around the
Shit.
corner if you need to go to the bathroom or something.
Okay.
These guys are
I don't know a
killers,
lot
bro.
about this case.
Okay, I only know certain aspects and so forth. It's a horrible thing. What happened? Tracy, what I want you to understand is these investigators that
You
are in
guys
here,
raped her.
they work hard. They're very good at what they do.
Old lady.
Very good at what they do. And when I heard your name, I said, "Hey, I'll go pick her. I'm familiar with her." Their attitude wasn't that you've done anything wrong. They felt like they'd been lied to. Okay. But it was that there's a missing link there that you hold, that they already know you hold. But see, the problem is this right here. They want to believe everything you're telling them.
I don't understand what
That's what I'm about to explain to you. Everything, they want to believe everything you're telling them, but because there's one little piece here that you're not going to tell them, makes them wonder how much of this other they can believe. Okay?
The passport?
And nobody
Like,
here
why'd you get a passport?
is saying that you committed a crime. Okay? Nobody here is saying that you knew for sure that somebody else committed a crime. It's kind of like, for instance, you know, we come up together. If you saw me walking down the road and I needed a ride, you may pick me up and give me a ride. Or if I had happened to bump into you, let's say at the bar a couple nights ago, you say, "Hey, Scott, here's my number, call me sometime." And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, I say, "Hey, Tracy, I know I keep on you, but I need a ride. Can you come get me?" And you come pick me up. You may not know I got $10,000 worth of dope in my pocket.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay? And you may not realize that we're breaking the law riding down the road. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you get a phone call, you're trying to help me out. Shit, man, next thing you know, the police picking you up. What the hell? What you mean? But if you said, "Hell, I didn't see Scott Chapman," they're gonna be like, "Wait a minute. We know she saw Scott Chapman. Damn, she must have knew he had that dope. She's worried about getting in trouble." You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you said, "Yeah, I picked this dumb ass up. Yeah, I gave him a ride. What's the problem?" They go, "She didn't know he had the dope." Because there's no reason to lie.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's all it is. Nobody here, you know, nobody thinks you're a horrible person. Nobody thinks you're a bad person. Nobody here thinks that truthfully, they just think you're scared. Okay? A friend of yours got killed. Okay? And the last thing you want to do is be implemented as part of that. Even if it was by accident. Because the last thing you want to have to deal with that at work. You know?
Yeah.
You know, hey, yeah, these fools, they got me tied into something. I didn't know what was going on. And it's hard for somebody in those shoes to say that because they're worried how they're going to be judged out there. Okay? And so trust me when I tell you I feel your pain. Okay? But trust me when I tell you that little bit of pain ain't nothing. You understand? That's something you can get over in time. You understand? This is something very serious that ain't going anywhere.
Tracy just cracked multiple knuckles on her fingers. This might seem like an odd thing to do while being questioned about the murder of a coworker. While not an indication of guilt, like hugging oneself, this can often be perceived as a sign of high-level anxiety and extreme discomfort. But to be fair to Tracy, being questioned in an accusatory manner about anyone's murder would be extremely uncomfortable.
That little bullshit that you may be worried about people at work or something like that, looking at you sideways, or what people on the streets may think, okay, who cares, man? You've got to be honest with them.
That's the thing, though. I am being honest. I don't understand.
Sweetheart, I want you to understand something. My heart goes out to you. I know you gotta hate this room right here. Because it wasn't that long ago you was in it. You know what I'm saying? I know you gotta hate this room.
Jesus warned about fake believers. Most people think believing in Jesus automatically means you're saved. But Jesus himself said,
"You're not telling the whole truth." And all right, listen to me now. I'm real good at what I do, okay? And it's always tough in my job when I'm in a room or like this with somebody I know, okay? Because I know where your heart, I know you love them babies. You know what I'm saying? You love them babies. Everybody's always talking about how you love them babies. So there's nothing that anybody's going to say that's going to make me look at you like a horrible person. You understand?
Yeah.
People who don't know you, okay? But it's real important. We don't want people to look at you like a horrible person. If you continue not to tell the truth about everything, they don't know you like I do. They don't know that maybe you got directed down the wrong path by some bullshit, that you're not a heinous person, okay? I can tell them all day long.
Yeah.
But, and they love me. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to, well, Chapman said it straight, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, at the end of the day, when they know what they know, and you're sitting here going, what are you talking about? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Even though I know you, and even if I didn't know you, that whole bullshit about I just happened to be in that neighborhood that morning and my car broke down and it started back up. I mean, if it was my own mother sitting there, I'd be going, damn, Mom, you should have come up with some better shit than that. You know?
I mean, that really is what happened.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I just said, Mom,
I mean, if I
you
had
don't dig
anything
that
to
all
do with
up.
it, it's like I told you, if I had anything to do with that, why would I have even told
The same
anybody
reason they
else
all
about
do.
it? I wouldn't ever went away and told them that.
That's the same reason they all do, sweetheart. See, that doesn't mean anything to an investigator, and I'm going to tell you why. I've never interviewed a murder suspect that didn't put himself there prior to the murder. You know why? Because they already know we're going to get their fingerprints. And if they say they weren't there at all, and we get their prints, they're done.
Yeah.
So they always say, yeah, I was there earlier that day.
I've been in our house before.
I understand, but see, we can tell by certain tests, like a fingerprint, whether that fingerprint was put there 3 months ago or it was put there yesterday.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we can tell stuff like that.
Detectives don't have to tell the truth when questioning a suspect. And honestly, there's no way to tell the age of a fingerprint. And really, the only way to estimate something like that is to know exactly when the last time the surface that produced the print was cleaned. Depending upon a multitude of environmental variables, latent fingerprints can survive intact on some surfaces for decades. But leading Tracy to believe this statement may serve as a way to make her think the detectives can prove she was at the scene of the crime longer than she claims. You might think this is a dirty tactic, and under the assumption of presumed innocence, maybe it is. But trying to fish out the truth from a lying suspect is a game, and that game is all about calling bluffs and delivering them.
So, and anybody who watches CSI on TV, you know, I mean, I hate those shows. They tell everybody what we can do.
Yeah.
But they all say, yeah, I was there, but I wasn't there when that happened because they don't want to get caught in that lie.
Yeah.
So they always admit
Yo,
to
Deborah,
being
you're
there. So
gone?
by you
Deborah, you're not
saying,
there no more?
if those investigators come in here, if you
People
say,
don't have
"Why would I
attention
do that?"
span like they used to back in the
They've
day.
always done it. They always do.
Everybody just up
That's
and
all
leave
part of
after
it.
like
But
2
the thing about it,
seconds.
because I know you're not capable of doing what I know happened to this woman.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's no doubt in my mind, sweetheart, regardless of what you say, and that's what, you know, when they come out and they talk to me, they tell me, and I shake my own head because I said, that don't even make no sense. I don't know why she's saying it like that. And I asked them, I said, I'm going to go around there and talk to her. And
That's crazy.
this isn't my case. So I wouldn't even be in here right now if they
Oh,
hadn't
you're
proved
still
it. But I
here?
said, I know
What?
give me an opportunity
I was
to
just
let
like,
them know.
yo, people be leaving.
You know me. I take
Thanks
more
for coming
than
through, girl.
I have to take them.
Respect.
I have
Respect.
I mean, arthritis everywhere, and I had to take them. A friend of mine stole half my order tablet in my pocketbook.
Who?
I think it was either Brandy or it was Amy, my cousin Amy. It was either one.
Where you
of them.
checking
I
in
don't know
from,
which
Deborah?
one. They both had my
Where you at?
Downtown not too long ago.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. We're
Oh,
real
that's
good
sweet.
about
Thank
finding
you.
out everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you are.
So
Anyway.
Thank you so much for
I knew
that.
I was out,
That means a lot.
And she had done told me about this person, and
Who is she?
Brandy,
Where you
She did.
Because you know I had Brandy sitting in that chair.
Where you
yesterday.
tuning in from?
She's gonna tell you.
It didn't
New
take
York,
me but about 5
Brooklyn,
seconds to find her.
Yeah, she's gonna tell you she did.
Yeah, that's
Let me tell you something though.
Just like she said,
that's
we're not.
sturdy. That's sturdy, nigga. That's sturdy shit. That's
Or about
that's
people in
concrete.
general. There's certain things that we do to ensure that we're being told the truth.
Much love, yo.
If I say, did you rob that marathon? No. So didn't. Did you rob that Conoco last week? Yeah, I robbed the
Brooklyn,
Conoco.
what?
Now, why admit to the Conoco, not admit
That's
to the
where
marathon?
Biggie's
See what I'm
from, yo.
saying? Brandon, we talked to Brandon. We got a lot of truth out of Brandon, I feel like. Okay, now I'm not going to sit here and tell you every aspect of our conversation because it wouldn't be fair to those investigators. But the truth is, I don't give a shit what Brandon told you. There's too many things in that just sounds like bullshit. And I'm telling you, I'm only telling you this because I don't want to see you look like a monster. You can continue to tell them what you want to. But they know
So
it's
where's
bullshit.
Queens? Is Queens in Brooklyn too?
All right. Now, they may let you chill in here for 5 minutes. They may let you chill in here for 15 minutes.
And Harlem and stuff like
But
that.
trust me when I tell
And
you.
the Bronx.
if you
Where's the
continue to
Bronx?
tell that lie,
How far is
and
the
I'm not
Bronx
saying that you gotta
from
say Scott
Brooklyn?
Daniel lie. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I'm only telling you that if you continue to tell that lie, they already know it's a lie. They can prove that lie. They already know it. I'm the only reason why I'm in here right now, and I'm not going to tell you how they can prove it. The only reason why they're asking you isn't
Except for
because they want to know.
Burroughs.
They just want to see how honest of a person you are. If you're,
Yeah. I know that.
because they
Yeah, I
already
know that.
the truth.
That's true.
You
That's true.
understand?
Brooklyn
They're
and
just trying to
Queens.
figure out
Okay, yeah, you're right.
what side of the fence you're standing on.
Shit.
You understand? Because it's kind of like Shane.
Shit. Yo, life is rough. How is it over there? Like,
I love
probably
Shane.
rough as hell. How old are you?
You know what I'm saying? So, if something ever happened,
Yeah.
and with Shane,
Brooklyn's.
and I was the one that interviewed you,
Harlem too. It's different.
people gonna have to wonder
Yeah.
what came first, my loyalty to Shane or my loyalty to the job.
Oh, she's going away for
No matter
life.
how well I do my job, no matter how hard I work to keep my
What?
integrity intact here, there's always gonna be that people that we work around them every day.
That's a
That
good
always
age,
gonna
I
make the
guess. You're
word
still
always
kicking
work.
it strong. That's what's up.
Tracy, you're lying. Now you can continue to lie if you want to, but they already know it.
Exactly.
Okay? They know you're lying.
That's crazy. Yo, Deborah, did you subscribe as well?
It's
Harlem
only a
is in
matter
New
of
York?
time before things
Oh
blow
shit,
up
it's New
and you
York
go
City.
down.
Harlem. Oh,
I
those
wish
are
I
New
told
York
them. And the
boys.
truth is,
Oh
one,
shit.
I won't lie.
Harlem niggas are fly though, eh?
Dynamics
Makes
about this case,
sense.
I wouldn't
Because
tell
New
you.
York,
Okay?
the Big Apple's in New
But the
York.
truth is, I don't know. I only know bits and pieces, and the only reason why they're coming
And
to me with it is because
like
it's
the Big
you
Apple
that's
is
sitting
like,
there, they know I
yo,
know
that's
you.
the place to be. It's
And they come to
fresh
me,
as
hey,
heck.
man,
Like it's
she's this
downtown
kind of
Toronto
person,
type
she's
of
this kind
thing.
of person. I'd be
But
like, look, man, she's a
New
good
York is
mama.
more flyer than
You know what I'm
Toronto,
saying?
you
She's a
know?
good mama.
So Harlem,
I say, you know, she likes to party.
so that means
shit. How
Jim
many
Jones
times
are
you
those
seen me
niggas. That's
fucking
why they're
party?
all so
I like
fly.
to
They're
party.
like
You know what I mean? I
downtown
mean,
boys.
if she's guilty of that, I'm guilty of that.
Okay, I
You
hope I
know
don't
what I'm saying?
forget
'Cause I
that.
love my babies. I love to drink next to it too. You know what I'm saying?
The Big Apple
I
is
said,
New
that's
York.
what I know about
Yeah,
her.
NYC.
You know, it is what it is. And but when they
That's
say,
dope.
well,
That's
Scott,
dope.
this is what she's telling us. I'm like, and I'm going, okay. And they're saying,
dope.
Scott, look. And I'm going, oh shit, why would she lie about that? Because Tracy, I know you're lying. They're very good at what they do. I've seen what it is. You're lying. Yes. It's okay.
Yo, she's
I don't
paralyzed now. She can't even
For whatever
move.
reason you want to lie, that's
She's
on you.
like,
Because this is the thing.
yo, that
It's
cop
like
that sucked the
back in
life
my
out of
wild
her.
days, when I've always been a good daddy and always been the best husband. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women in my life here and there, this and that. I can remember being confronted. I had to make a
Nice.
choice right
Thank
then.
you, bro.
Okay?
That's so cool, yo.
If I was going to lie, I was going to have to be willing to carry the weight of that lie. You know what I'm saying?
Good
Or I
for
can tell
her.
the
I know.
truth, okay? And deal with what comes. That's a choice I have to
It's crazy how people kill people,
in my
yo.
life, okay? You
Like
are
it's
making
nothing.
that choice right now. Okay, but we're not talking about a man. We're not talking about your boyfriend or your husband thinking you're cheating. We're talking about a dead woman. You understand? There's a lot of weight there. You feel me? And my heart goes out to you because if you lie, you're going to be carrying the weight of that. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Oh, you're gonna get
They
a
can
stronger
prove that
time.
lie all day long. And I'm just letting you know that. Don't lie to them anymore. Because that little bit of bullshit that you're lying about, let it go, man. I'm telling you, I know the lies that you told. I've seen it. I can look at it. And I'm telling you now, unless you want every bit of this right here on this table to look like a lie, when you may be telling the truth about all the way up to here and lying about this, but when you lie about this, guess what all this
I miss those parts. Those are the ones I miss.
It's all a lie.
I gotta try to like,
How can they believe
cause it
anything
doesn't
you say?
say. It just says
It's
like
kind of like how, let's say you drop
she was a secretary for like a law firm,
They may say, hey, did
and
you
she
fix
was
Scott Chapman
basically
up?
like
Really? You go,
handling
hell no.
all the money, like $900,000.
But they're only giving you an opportunity to say,
And
no, I dropped him off.
she was trusted to move money around like that. 900,000, 50,000, 40, 80.
He stayed with me all night.
She didn't have to double check.
Tell you what to say.
And she didn't like this girl Tracy because Tracy would come to work late and she was sloppy with her work.
There's really no point.
So Gail was really upset with Tracy's work and her work ethic. But somehow Tracy ended up at Gail's house.
I know they're gonna ask me, dude. She's gonna be straight up.
And when Tracy left, Gail was dead. Yo.
Because I know the lie, and you know the lie.
So after Tracy left, they found Gail strangled and raped. It's brutal, bro.
I really don't know what I'm lying about. I don't know what I'm lying about.
So and she's sitting there still playing it like,
Okay.
I didn't lie.
Remember how I said we can
I'm not
ask some
lying.
questions to see how you come back at it a different way. When you went
Did
over
that
to
make sense?
neighborhood, was anybody
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Did anybody call you to come to that
And she's
neighborhood?
sitting there like,
Okay. Did you pick anybody up in that neighborhood?
No.
Okay. Did anybody call you in reference to looking out for something or checking on something or anything? Come on,
ooh.
Tracy.
No, not that I remember.
See how she slows down there?
What do you mean calling me?
Put yourself in Tracy's shoes for a moment.
Why would you slow down? She just said no.
You were also the last person to see the victim alive on the day of her demise. Authorities know you were at her house on the day of the crime, to which you claim was only for a very brief visit. You're able to remember small details such as the color of the cup you drank from while at the victim's residence.
Oh,
When asked
shit.
whether or not you received a phone call in regard to being a lookout or checking on something while in the victim's neighborhood on the day of the murder, your response is, not that I remember. Does this sound like a reasonable
That's
answer
crazy.
given by someone who's innocent and knows
That's
nothing
crazy.
about the crime? The detective doesn't think so either. The question presented to Tracy was specific and so far removed from vague that it simply demands a definite response. For example, if I were to ask you if you ate any meat last Tuesday, a response like, I don't think so, or I don't remember, would likely suffice. But if I had asked you whether or not you ate meatballs last Tuesday that were shaped like Christmas trees while sitting on a specific street, not that I remember, likely wouldn't be an adequate response. In fact, it would lead into my next question, which would probably be, what do you mean you don't remember? You don't remember whether or not you sat on a specific street eating meatballs shaped like Christmas trees last Tuesday? Recent specific details such as this are hard to forget, and that's what makes Tracy come across as deceptive.
Tracy, you're lying. You're
Oh
lying.
shit. She's going
You're
down.
lying.
What am I lying about, though?
You're lying about why you were in that neighborhood.
I was really
Tracy, stop it. No.
Going
Yes,
down.
I was.
Listen to me. Sure. Whatever. Tracy, you're lying, baby. I'm trying to tell you. It's really ridiculous why you're lying. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, her sentence gonna be heavy.
Take a spin on exclusive games.
Because everybody respected that Lady Gail. She had caused no problem with nobody. She was a single parent.
You know, we see the worst things down here.
And she
okay?
worked hard.
We deal with people doing all kinds of things. They locked up your old man for child molestation, right?
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, we see the worst shit.
Whoa.
And when I see Scott, I'm like, what's up, buddy? You know what I'm saying? We do our job at the end of the day. Okay?
They locked up her
It's up to a
man for
judge,
child
jury,
sexual
and the DA's office
abuse.
decide people's fate. We're like secretaries. We document it all. We find probable cause, make an arrest. We do so. They decide your fate. We have no say-so in that. Okay?
The detective is telling the truth here. He's also just revealed that his department previously had a hand in locking up Tracy's father for molestation. It's unclear whether or not she was the victim in that case, but judging by the demeanor of the detective, interrogating Tracy is not a task he takes lightly.
You don't have to worry about people looking at you like you're awful.
That's your daddy,
But when
bro.
you lie, they think the awful.
Imagine the
You know what I'm
daddy's
saying?
your
We don't have to. We know about Brett.
My stepdad, I could do
We
it.
know about the relationship.
But my
there.
blood?
We know about all that. I don't even care. It doesn't even
Oh, I
matter.
can't be around you.
It doesn't. I'm sure that's probably got some embarrassment with you right now. You feel like these grown men are looking at me because I'm messing with this young boy or whatever. Who cares? Do you know how How many grown men around here wish they had a 19 or 20-year-old girl? You know what I'm saying? Who gives a shit? Demi Moore opened that door for everybody. You know what I mean? So get that. Who cares, man?
I mean, I don't understand what my personal relationship has anything to do with any of this.
Okay.
Tracy is 38, and the person in question, Tracy's son's friend, Brett Kelly, is only 18. It's not illegal for her to have an intimate relationship with this person. It's also no secret that Tracy is romantically involved with this young man. But the fact that she left this person out when listing off her son's friends for the other detectives earlier, coupled with the denial and avoidance of the fact that Brett is indeed her boyfriend, does make her look highly suspicious.
It really does too. Like, you should be like, yeah, I'm dating my son's 18-year-old friend. I'm 38. Oh shit, and your daddy's a molester too. 38 and 18, that's 20 years. That's heavy. That's heavy.
When everything went
That's heavy, yo. So yeah, you're a molester, bro, like your daddy.
Sweetheart.
Oh, that's how they're thinking. The cops are like, he's a molester too. But it's legal, so it's all good.
There's no point to lie. When I picked you up today, were you handcuffed? No. Okay. At any point in time, has anybody advised you of your rights?
No.
So that means you're not what?
Arrested.
Being arrested.
You're not under arrest. Okay. Right now, we need we're looking for a witness. You understand? That's what we came down here to talk to, was a witness.
We need
that
you to
has
rat.
information that we know that you have.
We need an informant.
Now, when a witness
That's good,
doesn't
though.
cooperate, and we know they know information, what do they become?
I don't know.
A suspect.
Suspect.
We talked about that fence a little while ago.
Well, hold
What
on,
side of
y'all.
the fence do you want?
Informants sit in jail
See, on
too.
my side is over
What the
here.
fuck?
You're a witness.
If you're an informant, you're still going to jail.
You coming
Shit
real
ain't
close to
pretty,
being a
yo.
suspect. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let me tell you why. Because you're lying, Tracy. Look at me. You are lying. I know you're lying. I know you're lying. I know it. They know it. They're sitting around there eating Arby's sandwiches and Subway, just waiting to come back in here, just waiting to walk back in here in a minute and go, are you fucking retarded? You know what I mean?
Oh,
That's what they're
fuck.
gonna do. That's what they're gonna
Are
do.
you retarded? We know you're lying.
Wow. For what? Help me understand. You got a little boy
We know
toy?
you're
Who
lying.
gives a if he did something stupid, and if you know about it, you need
You wouldn't have done
stop. Sweetheart, be real careful about what I know. Because I've already told you at the beginning of this conversation what. I'm not going to tell you everything I know.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
The
this.
passport,
How long has this
though.
relationship been going on?
Bring up the
Since like
passport.
March.
Since March? Okay. He been to work with you?
No. He's brought me to work before.
Brought you to
Brought
work?
me
You
out.
come in there and hung out?
No.
He ever met this woman that got killed?
No.
Hell no, he ain't.
So she
So
talked him into
We know he
having
committed a crime.
Brett
and the
kill
only
her?
way, the
Kill her?
only link to the victim in this case is who?
You.
I don't understand how he could have done that.
How could he not have?
Why would he?
To summarize what we're skipping through, the detective continues to press Tracy, asserting he knows her boyfriend Brett is the one responsible for the murder of Gail Spencer. He also continues to apply pressure with the narrative that Tracy was somehow involved, as he lays out hypotheticals that paint a picture of how Tracy will look in front of a jury if she comes clean, versus if she continues to lie. He then ramps up the interrogation by verbally using Brett Kelly as some kind of mental ransom. While possibly an odd move, it sends a clear message that Detective Chapman is no longer the old friend she so desperately needed to pull her out of this hole. The water she's found herself in is deep, and Tracy can't swim.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell
Bro.
protect him if you want to.
Oh,
but I don't
fuck. You were at the house. You're the last one there before she died.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
And then you
those
went to the
investigators that
passport
are sitting
place to
right
get a
here,
passport
they own
after she died. Now I get it. You're done, bro.
They ain't
You're
your boy
done.
toy no more. That's on Carmichael. And Detective Shirley's boy toy from this point on.
She's
From this
done.
day forward, he ain't yours. You understand?
Crazy or not,
That's
witches
crazy.
are
Like,
born
you're the
on
last one at the
specific
house.
dates. We know exactly when
She dies.
It's up to you, sweetheart.
So
Let me ask you a
it
question.
makes sense.
You ever seen what a little young boy does when he's sitting in a chair interviewed by detectives thinking about he may spend the rest of his life in prison? They cry
Oh
like little
shit.
girls. I'm so sorry. Especially when I get done with my little story about the monster or feeling, like you feel bad about it.
Oh shit.
That it's gonna happen. It don't matter how many times you call him. And I said out there, well, she gonna call him. I told him that. She gonna call him. And we laugh because it don't matter. It don't matter how many times you call him. From right here in this room, it ain't gonna matter.
I can't call him.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying if you did, you called him 50 times right here. It's the same
She
end
killed
result.
someone and then
It
went to
doesn't
get a
matter.
passport. She's guilty as
It does.
exactly.
We'll laugh.
That's what I was.
We will.
But now I'm trying to understand that she got her boyfriend
Thing sitting right here.
to kill her because they really don't like each other.
If he even says anything, they own it.
And then she went and got a passport right after.
You don't have to. And I want to believe
Oh
that.
fuck! There's no big.
I want to say
There is no.
way Tracy knew he did this.
I don't believe you.
Cause like she was moving so much money. I was thinking it was more like a corporate murder, like white collar murder, like.
You don't believe he did this.
But it's not. It's just some coworker who doesn't like her boss and got her young boyfriend to kill the boss. Pointless, like crazy.
As far as I know, I am telling the
And then her
truth.
dad's a
I went in that
rapist
neighborhood
too.
to find drugs. I had been up
She
late.
has no heart,
We had been
yo.
up late drinking.
And
The
she's still
taxi
working,
guy
bro. This girl's better than me. Like, this girl's better than a lot of people.
Arnold.
These people are fucked.
And
People who go to work are not happy people.
and some of my son's friends.
Let me ask you this.
Like, they're so mean, most of those
At your
people.
house that night. What night was that?
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Oh,
You're so close to being there. It's unreal. You're
Oh
so
my
close
God.
to telling the damn truth right now. It's unreal. I'm gonna ask you 1,000 questions that I already know the answers to.
Oh my god.
The only thing is at the end of the day, when I
She
walk
got a
out here and say,
passport?
that girl's
She's
a damn
done.
Mama, she loves her boys. Don't matter boy,
Passport?
toy, or what. She's a mama first. You understand? Sweetheart, you continue to find out about this.
Oh
It
my
don't
God.
matter how good of a mama you are.
I'm surprised he's not even bringing it
You know
up.
what I'm saying? It's bad. You understand? Because people are going to look at you like you're a monster, like you're lying.
I know they are, because
Okay,
and I ain't even
sweetheart,
that.
we know that while you were in that neighborhood, it may have been to keep that boy from doing something stupid because you got
She went to go search out the
It
place.
may have been for this. And the
What's
truth
the
is,
word?
I
She went
already
to go
know.
stalk out the place.
But if you don't tell it, then fuck it. There's a reason why you were there that you lied about it.
She
And it's
went to
gonna get
go
to a point, Tracy,
stalk the
where I'm gonna
place,
say,
bro.
because I can only beg you to take this weight off your shoulders so long.
But I don't understand what.
Okay.
I didn't take him over there. He didn't go. He didn't ride back home with me.
So let me ask you this. When you left that morning, was he still at your house?
Yes.
Okay, when you got back, was he still at your house?
Yes.
Was he with you when you went over there?
No.
Stop! Stop!
He was not. Why would he be in the car with me?
Oh my God!
So she and him did that together?
I'm real good at what I do. I'm not saying he's in the car with you. He could have been right in front of you or right fucking behind you.
No, nobody was in front of me or behind me.
Shit.
Sweetheart, we know why you were there.
Why was I there?
Why am I gonna tell you everything?
I was there to freaking find drugs.
Who would you go buy dope from?
For whoever I was
What's
supposed
his
to
name?
go to, Eric. That's all I know. Somebody named Eric.
Eric?
Yeah, it's the third house on the right. I could have been on the wrong road.
White boy, black boy?
He's white.
Ooh.
She said he was white.
Did you
named
guys hear
Eric,
that?
and she had bought tabs from him before.
Ooh, white boy or black boy.
You can call Brandy right now.
Ooh, imagine she said black.
Hey,
That
tell me
cop
about
was
that guy.
smart.
There.
White boy or
If
black
that's the
boy?
truth, on your phone, she'll go, yeah, I told you it was the third house on the left.
Blame
If
it on
she
the
said,
black
"What the
boy.
fuck
Oh
you talking
shit.
about?" We're gonna have a problem.
Oh
Are
shit.
you willing to do that? Yeah. Call her. Put it on speakerphone right here.
What'd she say?
Here, and she had bought tabs from him before.
So, you could call Brandy right now, her not knowing that I'm sitting here and say, hey, tell me about that guy there. And if that's the truth, on your phone, she'll go, yeah, I told you it was the third house on the left. But if she says, what the fuck are you talking about? We're going to have a problem.
Oh shit.
Are you willing to do that? Yeah. Call her. Put it on speakerphone right here.
Oh shit.
Now, it depends on who's around her, because if she's at home and her husband's around her, she's not going to say yeah.
Oh snap.
Her husband won't know what you're asking. Just say, was it
funny.
just say, was it the second or third house?
Oh, she's saved by the answer machine. Saved by the bell.
The only reason why I let you make that phone call right there was for you to put yourself in a position where you start telling the truth, because I already know the truth. I was just going to let you embarrass yourself.
They
Not
talked
for the
to
sake of me getting
Brandy
some glory out
already.
of it, but only hoping that you would say, damn, Scott, what do I do? Let me ask you a question. Do you not trust me?
Yeah, I trust you.
Yo, her daddy's
To
a
further
rapist.
summarize, Detective Chapman has
He has
just
no heart.
de-escalated the interrogation back down and retransformed himself into a person that might be able to help Tracy. Strumming chords on the heartstrings of rapport is common and highly effective in interrogations. But what makes this interrogation different is the fact that this detective has actual genuine rapport with Tracy, and that's probably the officer's most valuable asset. He continues to attempt to coast on this while affirming to Tracy that he doesn't normally get involved in cases dealing with people he knows. He wants her to think he's made a special exception just for her. This will likely lead Tracy to believe he cares about what happens to her, and this increases the chances of her divulging important information about the crime. The detective continues to attempt to convince Tracy that he has evidence linking both her and her boyfriend Brett to the crime. Brett as the murderer, and her as the accomplice. He pleads with her to stop lying before leaving Tracy alone in the room for a third time, during which she seems to be doing something on her phone. Just before the detective re-enters the room, a curious voicemail can be heard playing from Tracy's phone. It's unclear who owns the agitated voice that left the message, but it sounds a lot like Brett Kelly's sister, Courtney Kelly. We'll get to that later. As Detective Chapman re-enters the room, he picks up exactly where he left off.
Smartphone technician fired after showing customers the hidden kill switch buried in every software update.
Alright. I ain't gonna lie. They said, what is she doing? I said, lying. That's all I said. But I told them, I said, I tried to. This is the thing. Most people do come in here and lie. One, because they're scared. Okay?
Oh shit.
Most of the time, they have to be embarrassed or checked or realizes that it is what it is for them to go. And most of the time, they start crying. I'm sorry I lied. I was just scared. I'm gonna be honest. I told her. I said, I'm gonna have to get that girl to a point where she realizes that she knows, and then she'll lie, she'll cry, and she'll say she's sorry. And it ain't no hard feelings at the end of the day. What is it gonna take to get there?
I mean, I really, if I'm lying, I really
Okay, so you don't think Brett had anything to do with this?
I really don't. I don't understand how he did it.
So if Brett didn't have nothing to do with it, if you don't think Brett had anything to do with this,
Tracy just stated that if she's lying, she doesn't know what she's lying about. This is an odd statement to make, because there's no if you're lying when you're telling the truth. Something else I noticed is that she often seems to mirror the detective. As soon as he lifted his feet off the ground and placed them on the table, Tracy pulled both of hers up into her seat. This is the first time she's done that exact action in this interview, but you can find several other instances where she mirrors him in different ways throughout the interrogation. Lancaster University researchers found that mimicry has positive results in establishing connections that build rapport, and rapport building was found to be more effective than the Reed technique. But it's important to remember that rapport can work both ways. It's not unreasonable to consider that Tracy Jones may be attempting to use the relationship she has with Detective Chapman as a means to manipulate the situation she's in, and mimicry is an effective way to do this. Another form of mimicry includes answering questions with a question, which Tracy does consistently. Either way, the detective wants Tracy to call Brett Kelly while he's sitting in the room. It's a request she doesn't have to fulfill, and likely wouldn't if she had been asked via someone she had no previous connection or history with. This is a tug-of-war with rapport, and Tracy is at the end of her rope.
And there was no reason that he would think that you know that he had anything to do with this, right?
Yeah.
Call him.
I mean, why would I want to call it? Why would I even want to?
Hang on, sweetheart. If you know he didn't have nothing to do with this, and he wouldn't have any reason to think that you would, then he'll answer the phone for you. We both know, one, you're not going to want to call him. Two, we both know if you do call him, he's not going to answer the phone. And then you know, without a doubt, you can't lie to me anymore.
No, he don't always answer.
Okay, well, call him. Let's try it.
Why, though?
Put the phone down. Let's call him. I just want to get you to that place, sweetheart.
I don't understand what I'm
Deborah, yo, like, this is crazy. Do you see this shit? Like, I just zoned out, bro. Like, oh, snap. I'm like in awe, like, listening, like, yo, I just went radio silent, cause like, I'm still in awe, like, yo, this girl trying to figure out her brain, like,
It's in here.
that's what I'm trying to figure out her brain, you know, like, Deborah, you still there?
That's fine. I was trying to get my son to ride home.
That's
Baby,
crazy.
you deleted all your recent calls before you walked in here.
I always delete my calls.
Baby, no girl does that.
Look at my messages. I even delete my messages.
Like, I'm so, like, my brain is, like, slowed down because I'm, like, I'm listening to this shit.
You're lying. You are lying. There's no
Like, she thinks, like, she's, like,
Tracy, I think that
thinks she's gonna get away with it. Like, that's crazy.
Tracy, you
Like, I got quiet, like, what the heck? Like, what the heck, bro?
Really mean to, but I always delete.
Like, she has me thinking.
Let me show you how.
I accidentally delete one thing.
No, right.
She's wild, yo.
You hit edit and clear, and I accidentally hit clear all, and I did not mean to.
Okay. Well, then go to your
I
message.
accidentally hit clear off. I didn't mean to. Of course you don't, bro.
I want to see if you
Yo,
accidentally
she's gonna get
deleted all
sentenced hard.
No, I didn't. I delete my messages after most of my conversations. I don't with my son, and I just text her earlier because I got to talk to her about a file at work, and I don't my
Oh,
daddy's.
fuck. And she
And I did
works.
this one just so in case I needed it.
Like, that's crazy. Her daddy's a fucking predator. She's dating an 18-year-old. She works, and she's setting up murders. Yo, Tracy, you're busy.
I didn't ask him where.
Tracy, you're
When was the last time
busy.
you saw him?
Yesterday
That's crazy.
Where were y'all at when y'all saw each other?
at the apartment.
Whose apartment?
Mom.
Tracy, please stop lying to me. Stop.
I guess you have to pay rent. Like, that's good.
Okay, because in a minute,
She's smart. She's like, yo, I'm not trying to be homeless, bro.
Note the position of everything in the room at this point. If this were a game of chess, Tracy would be in checkmate. Detective Chapman has her backed into a corner between the wall and the table. He's created a barrier between himself and the door at an angle that leaves Tracy uncomfortably exposed and completely vulnerable as he sits almost toe-to-toe with her. Her arms are crossed, and she's likely in a defensive state of peak anxiety. Chapman is being about as confrontational as he
Tracy
can
knows
right
what
now.
she's doing.
He knows he's onto something that may be key in the investigation, but at this point, it's
She's
make or
holding on
break, and he
tight.
must not de-escalate.
Okay.
She's holding on tight.
Come
She's
on,
holding
babe,
on
that's
tight.
ridiculous. You've erased everything out of your phone.
I did.
Stop, Tracy. It don't matter how many times you smile.
I didn't
Okay,
mean
listen
to
to me.
erase them.
You're a pretty girl. You ain't got to do that cute little grin or
I'm
whatever.
not doing that. That smile is something I accidentally do when I get nervous or I'm upset or
Listen to
anything.
me. Look at me. You know.
Yo, lawyers can use that in court too, eh? They can say, yo, she smiled because she gets nervous. That doesn't mean nothing. I remember seeing that.
You delete deleting all that out of your phone. Okay? I asked you to call Brady to drop him a dime. I
But
asked you
she's
to call
done,
him.
though.
Why would I do that? I just told you the man's a suspect in a murder investigation.
And I
Hang on, unless you're a part
She like
of it.
expedited her
Said,
passport.
bring him into all this.
He's-
Sweetheart,
I don't think he's in there.
Sweetheart, you didn't bring him into this. I brought him into this when I talked to you. Had you said his name or did I say his name?
You did.
Okay, so you didn't bring him in or nothing. So you shouldn't have any. Second, I said, call it yourself. Shit, my man ain't done nothing. Let's call him.
That's crazy, yo.
Call him.
Yo, I hope Deborah subscribed it. Deborah, did you subscribe?
Find his number.
That's real funny, baby.
Like, I
That you
can't,
didn't
like,
find his number.
can't just leave
I
me.
saw you clicking on some buttons before I asked you if I looked.
Damn, bro. This
What's
is
his last name?
crazy.
Is he gonna be under his first name or his last name?
There it is, right there.
This is
All right,
this
let's
is
call.
crazy.
Put it right.
It's crazy.
Put it down there where I can get flat on the top.
Oh shit.
The fact is, we've come here right now.
Did she try to
Millions
touch
of us
him?
light workers have incarnated on this planet.
Did she just try to touch him? Oh, her leg. Oh,
Yeah. Hey. What you doing?
Nothing to you.
It's Tracy.
Hi.
Hey. You want me to say anything else?
Brett. Yes, it is. This is Scott. How are you, bud? Good, how are you? Just to make sure I'm talking to the right Brett that I think I'm talking to. What's
Scott
your
who?
last name, Brett? Kelly. Brett Kelly. Okay. Alright. Brett, you in Macon? Yes, sir. Where you at in Macon? Am I in Macon or do I live in Macon? Are you in Macon? No, sir. Where you at, buddy?
oh shit.
Warner Robins. Warner Robins. Where you at in Warner Robins? Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake. That's some good stuff, man.
Oh shit.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Your girl, Tracy here has been honest with me, okay? Alright? I want to see if you're as honest as she has.
Come on, bro.
In the last hour, how many times has she text messaged you? In the last hour? Yeah. Probably 5. 5 times. Okay.
Oh shit, where are you going with this?
The detective telling Brett that Tracy has been honest with him is one of the smoothest moves in the entire interrogation. Tracy is helpless. There's little she can say to warn Brett that won't lead to further suspicion. Right now, she resembles
Oh,
a wounded
shit.
gazelle unable to escape the inevitable while lying trapped in between the claws of a hungry lion. It's as if
Oh,
she's watching the
shit.
ship she's on sink. And
Oh
Tracy
shit,
can't swim.
Tracy, like,
Let me ask you a question,
oh
Brett.
shit, what are you gonna
You
say?
gonna come see me? I can. You know who I am, right? No, sir. Well, you know what I am, right? No, sir. I don't know your name. No, I'm saying if she's text messaged you in the last hour, you know she's down here talking to the police. I've seen the messages. She thought she was going to delete them, but I got to them a little faster than she could. So you know she's talking to the police, and I already know you know that. Yes, sir. All right. So you gonna come see me?
Oh shit.
All right. You gonna come? Where you gonna? You gonna come down here to City Hall?
Oh shit.
Where do you want me to come to? All right, come to the Detective Bureau, Brett.
Oh
It's
shit.
located at the corner of First
This
and
guy's
Hall.
18 years old.
All right. Whether you show up or not is gonna tell me wonders, man. Okay. Well, I'll be there now. How long is it gonna take you to get here, my
Oh
friend?
shit.
About 35 minutes. 35 minutes. All right, listen now, we're gonna, me and Tracy, we're gonna hang out until you get here, okay? That's fine. You're a good man. I appreciate you, brother. All right, that's all. All right, bye.
It can't be overstated how well the detective just navigated through the conversation you just heard. It's apparent via Tracy's posture that she's almost given up as her boyfriend makes his way down to the police station to be interviewed.
I normally come in here.
Is this the first time?
Interview tactics and stuff like that to get
Fuck.
people to tell the truth. I never expected to get on this road with you. I'm a little surprised. I'm just being honest. Okay?
Yo, imagine
We
he
know each
rats
other.
her
I
out.
know we weren't the best of friends, but I felt like we walked on the same side of the road for a long time. And you ought to know how I live my life and know I don't judge everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you've lied to me so many times, and everybody listen to this. You've lied to me so many times. It's crazy, baby.
Even in
I
the
know you deleted
how's
your
that song go?
You would delete them every time you text. Stop, stop,
She
stop,
caught me in the
stop,
bedroom.
stop.
You don't want to know when I
Having
deleted it
sex
on the
with
way
her
here,
friend.
and I did
It
not
wasn't
mean
me.
to.
Sweetheart, you were text messaging that man from right here.
No, I was not texting him. I was texting my
with
son.
her friend for an
Baby,
hour.
you've been here
It wasn't
way
me.
over an hour. Hang on, sweetheart.
I think
in
Shaggy
just a
sings
few
that
minutes,
song.
I'm gonna tell
It
you
wasn't me
everybody
song.
you text message. Don't you know we work homicide?
Sure.
Okay.
Tracy
How
is It
quickly
Wasn't
do
Me.
you think I'm gonna have your phone records?
Sure, pretty quick.
Bam! Got 'em. Okay? So don't tell those lies when I can prove them that fast. I know you've been text messaging him from right here, and in a minute I'm gonna prove it. Okay? Alright?
That's crazy.
You've lied. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And guess what? Your man ain't gonna show up. Okay? He ain't coming. Hell no, he ain't coming. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do me a favor.
Oh shit.
You can lie to me all you want to. Okay?
Oh shit.
When you've decided that your shoulders can carry the weight of that, it can't. You're gonna collapse. I've seen that too many times. My shoulders can't carry the weight of it. You're gonna fall.
Shit.
Okay? Do me a favor. I'm gonna walk out of here, and I'm gonna go down the hall and talk to these other investigators. Because now we have Brett coming down here. I need to let them know that.
Okay.
Will you do me a favor?
Oh shit. I
If
got
ask
food
you
on
to
the
do me a
stove.
favor,
I have to
will
go
you do
put
it? Can I
away.
trust you to do it? Will you put your phone on that side of the table and not touch it while I'm gone?
But look, it's 2:30. My son's getting out of
I
school.
already saw on your message.
Yeah, I gotta go
You
put my
worked
food
that out.
away on
Get
the
him-
stove, bro.
Yeah, she just texted. She said he's
Okay.
right.
Yo,
So
guys,
you
make
set
sure you
your phone on
subscribe,
the
eh?
side of that table for me,
Thank
just
you
so
for
I
hanging
can
out with
know
me.
that
I
can
appreciate
trust
you guys being here
where
for
you
real.
won't try to interfere
Thank you.
with him coming down here.
Thank you so much.
Sergeant Chapman,
I think Deborah just
will you
left.
sit down?
Stop
I don't
paying
know.
those greedy
Deborah, you
telecom
still there?
giants outrageous monthly bills. The era of being ripped
Yeah, you
off by
can't even see
monopolies.
who's behind the screen, dog.
I'm gonna put it right here.
Can I smoke?
Do you want me to bring you a cigarette?
I got a cigarette.
Girl, you can smoke.
I can smoke in
She's
here?
Let me
smoking.
ask you a question. Do you feel bad about lying to me? I just want to know, do you feel bad?
You're going to jail though, so smoke all
I mean,
you
I don't
want.
know how I can feel bad when I really don't know what I'm
Sweetheart,
lying about.
you have lied over and over and over again, and you already know. Do I look like I'm stupid? Just like when you told me to lie, I accidentally deleted all
Don't get
that
comfortable.
shit. You knew I wasn't gonna believe it. You already knew that. But I got to prove it. In your mind, hang on. You know I ain't gonna believe it. But I'm just asking, you feel bad about lying to me? Yes.
Because I have not lied. I really did not mean to delete that on the way here.
Sweetheart, let me tell you something.
Why do y'all always automatically assume that somebody's always fucking lying? I am not sitting here lying about that fucking phone. I am not lying about it, and I'm tired. I'm tired of all this shit.
Look at me, Tracy. I know it's hard for you, and that's why you're crying right now.
Because I'm tired of it.
I
You have
believe it.
no idea the stress
There's no
I
doubt.
got.
That man has drug you into so much bullshit right now. It is crazy. And you're willing to sit here and carry the weight of that shit? Really? Hell no. That's retarded. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no point in you lying from this point further. After when I walk out of here, unless you knew everything that was going down before it went down. There's no reason to lie at any point. Because you see, it don't take me about 5 seconds to make you feel retarded. You ain't never got to tell me the truth. I can make you sit in your own seat and feel retarded without ever being honest. You done felt retarded sitting here about 3 or 4 times. I know it. I'm real good at what I do, okay? And you have felt retarded and you knew in your mind, that's on his note, I'm lying here. Look, I'm gonna keep telling this lie. Why? There's no point unless you had something to do. I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta decide what's been to go down here. Are you coming over this fence or what? You're lying. I can prove you're lying. I tell you what, I'm not gonna prove you're lying. I've already told you this is their case. I'm only here to help you tell the truth. That's it. That's the only reason why I'm in here right now. I got 14 other cases on my desk that ain't got a damn thing to do with you. Only reason why I'm in here right now is because I know you. That's it.
Somebody comes in there, you're lying, Tracy, you're lying. Because I know you.
Let me ask you
I
this
have to
right.
ride with my blue guys. So you're
Is your
lying.
boyfriend coming?
They say you're lying, you're lying.
Hell no, he ain't coming, and you know he ain't coming. That's the point that I'm trying to make right now. That's the thing. See that? How bad you want to get that? I'll tell you what it is. If you want me to. It is Katie Register. It says Scott's phone must be dead. Okay. If you want, when it rings, since you're being honest with me, since you're allowing me to let it sit there, when that does it, do you want me to tell you who's calling and stuff?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll tell you who's calling and stuff. You know he's not coming. Just like when you said, I don't know if he's coming. Hell no, you know he ain't coming. He'd have to be a damn idiot to come down here. And you know that. But you know you gotta say the right thing. I don't know if he's coming. But
I don't know why he wouldn't come, because I don't understand how he would have done any of this.
Sweetheart.
He's smart.
The sad. You're right. I can't understand how he did it either. Has anybody ever showed you the pictures of this lady?
No, I don't want to see him. Please don't show him to me.
Has anybody ever showed you? Because you know what? When I see it, I don't even know this woman.
I don't want to see him. Please.
And let me tell you something. You know this woman. And I got a feeling you're going to look at those pictures today. Okay? Because you're fucking lying, Tracy. You're fucking lying. And it's horrible what happened to that woman.
They raped her,
It's
bro.
horrible. The detective should tell you what happened. She's a grandmother and a mother. And somebody did those things to her.
Tracy's actually brutal, yo. She's not a nice woman.
What the fuck? And you're lying about a case involving that shit. You're deleting phone calls and messages about a call. And you can call me a motherfucker, you can call me a bastard, you can say you're sick of it all you want. I'm not going to change who I am just because we're friends, okay? I already know that's a lie. And I'm not going to say, oh, Tracy, I believe you when I fucking don't, okay? Let me tell you what it is.
Oh, shit.
It says Katie Register, Scott's phone must be dead. It's just doing that same thing. Do that over and over again.
Her phone's just tricking you, too.
I'll do this for you. For some reason, you want to carry this weight up here. Here in a little bit, you're not going to carry that weight anymore. Okay? I don't know you like the best of friends, but I think I know you well enough to know you're not a monster and you're not going to be able to hold that weight much longer. And it's going to be a matter of time while you're down here today that you're going to go, I already know it. You're going to say, all right, I want to say, and if you feel better with me being in here, you can say, look, okay, you know, it is what it is. I can tell you it is. The detective that sat right here, Detective Shirley, he's one of the best guys in the world. Okay? He's one of the best guys in the world. His supervisor, Sergeant Carmichael, I mean, they're like family. Nobody here is wanting to throw rocks at you, Tracy. But they are starting to wonder what the fuck. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm not going to lie about it. When I walk out of here and they say, does she know? I'm going to say, fuck yeah, she knows. She's lied 50 times over. I already know it. If your kid was, if a 5-year-old kid was sitting here watching this shit on TV, they know you're lying.
Yo, how come we didn't bring up the passport? Because it's not your case.
Every man needs
That's
to know,
why.
especially you.
They should have told you to bring up the passport. Because then she would have been
How
like,
many times you caught your old man lying to you?
10 times.
Did you ever need him to tell the truth in order to know he was lying? Fuck no, because you knew when he was lying. I know you're lying. You lied to me so many times in here today.
It's not I've not lied.
freaking old man's a molester, bro. Like, what the
Accidentally.
fuck?
And I do always
Sucks.
delete my
I
messages.
understand.
She has a rough life,
I
too.
understand. That's a lie. That's okay. Look at me right now. I'm not mad at you. I told you I don't judge. You can lie to me all
God's
you want.
children are
At the end of the day,
broken.
you're grown and you're going to decide if you can carry the weight of this. I'm going to be honest with you. It don't matter how long I've known you. If I'm going to carry the weight of something on my shoulder and be like, look, Tracy, it is what it is. You just got to let me hold this weight. I'm going to lie to you. You know, don't hate me. I ain't going to hate you. But you're lying. And them shoulders are going to get heavy. There's no way around it.
Wow.
Drink that water, girl. Look, I'm going to go tell you
She
what's
crying?
up. Can I trust that you're not going to pick up that phone?
What do you want me to do with that?
Just spit in that trash can and put it out. So here, pour a little water in there. Here, wait a minute.
I poured over it.
Use that as an ashtray. I ain't got no cookies.
Holy.
When Detective Chapman returns with Detective Shirley, Brett is called once again via Tracy's phone to verify how far he is from the police station. He's kept on the call with police virtually the entire time he makes his travels.
Stupid.
Once
His
he
ass
arrives,
is really
Tracy
coming.
Jones' first interview is concluded and Brett Kelly's begins. But while Brett is prepared for his interrogation, Tracy makes a rather unusual request.
Oh shit.
Still texting me.
Don't y'all have any?
Who you texting me?
I didn't text nobody. I swear to God.
What was you doing now?
I was looking at my Facebook. Have some pizza.
You sure can. I probably gonna have some more pepperoni spring.
Oh, it's pepperoni.
Shit. Americans call it Supreme. Canadians call it Deluxe. Well, we have Deluxe and Supreme. Same thing, I think.
Tracy might be guilty. Tracy might do time.
Oh shit. Shit.
Obviously, there's nothing funny about the murder of Gail Spencer, and while the song you just heard is humorous, the comedy in it is not intended to target the victim in this case, but rather highlight the absurdity of a suspect having the gall to ask for pizza while simultaneously being questioned about their involvement in a
They
homicide.
made a song about her
Especially
wanting
when
a
so many
pizza.
surfacing details make the suspect as guilty of the crime in some way.
Oh shit.
Moments after Tracy leaves the room, 18-year-old Brett Kelly is led into the same interrogation room and even offered the last piece of pizza in the box on the table.
Have a seat in that chair that was right over there. Yes, sir. Are you hungry? Charles, I say you have a last piece of pizza. Thank you. All right. I'll be right back. Okay.
One has to wonder if this was the detective's sense of irony. Nevertheless, after Brett waits alone in the room for a few minutes, Detective Shirley enters and the interview begins.
Oh, showed up.
Oh, it's not on me. Where's that? Honestly, it'd probably be in one of my pants.
What's your what?
All right. I'll be right back. Okay.
One has to wonder if this was the detective's sense of irony. Nevertheless, after Brett waits alone in the room for a few minutes, Detective Shirley enters and the interview begins.
Where do you have your drawing board? Oh, it's not on me. Where's that? Honestly,
Oh, did he ask?
I rarely keep up with that thing. You drove up here without a driver's license? Well,
Driver's license. Oh, okay.
I got license though, so don't write me fix it up. Okay. So yeah. You came down here on your own free will and everything. Yes, okay. I appreciate you doing that. Can I ask, was I on the phone with you? No. Why is that? Why you asking? Well, I was on it. I was on the phone with some detective. Yeah.
Are you fucking my girl, bro?
Do you have any idea?
That's why I come down here, because you told me to come down here with my girl, bro.
Okay. Just get some information.
As the detective formally takes Brett's details, he also uses the time to gather other pieces of general information about his suspect, including Brett's current living arrangements. Brett had been working at a Nissan dealership in Warner Robins as an oil technician until just over a week before this interview. And for the past 5 months, he's been living in Macon at an apartment complex called Rutland Corners. This residence belongs to Tracy Jones. Brett described her sons as being his best friends, who he claims are like his brothers. He also stated that he's been visiting the apartment since he was around 14 years old. He makes no mention of the fact that he's in a relationship with Tracy at this point.
I want to ask you some questions about some stuff, okay? Thursday.
Oh, shit.
Take me through your day Thursday.
Yeah, I guess because they know it's
Thursday.
wrong.
Saturday job, literally I stay at that house. Don't do nothing. Me and Scott and Dom go to school. And we play Xbox or just sit there and chill. And that's honestly, we know life it pretty much. And then when I'm not doing something, I'll try to find a job or
See who's hiring.
Well, I don't mean what you're almost.
Yo, can you guys see how long I've been on for?
Talking about, let's see, Thursday would have been October the 4th.
At the house, playing video game.
All day.
That's all we did, all day.
Where'd you go that night?
Yo, can you see how long I've been on for,
Basically
bro?
at the house from all day.
Yo,
All day.
female,
Did you sleep
male?
there Thursday or Wednesday night?
All day.
So you,
Alright, if I tell you, I smoke weed, is that gonna
I don't care. How many other cops you know dress this good?
Alright, well.
See what I'm saying, man?
When the interview started, Brett acknowledged that he knew he was breaking the law by driving to the police station without having his driver's license on him. He stated, "Don't write me a ticket for that." Now Brett has divulged the fact that he smokes weed in a similar manner. One might assume this is just the typical thinking of an ignorant 18-year-old kid that's
Stupid
unaware of
kid.
why he's being questioned. But let's look at the bigger picture here. In the last couple of days, there's been a murder in the town he lives in. The victim is connected to his girlfriend. He knows his girlfriend was just interviewed by detectives in relation to that murder, and now he's being questioned regarding his whereabouts on the exact day of the crime. Blazing up and leaving his driver's license at home are the least of his concerns. It's quite obvious that Brett is playing dumb, but it's a little too obvious, and Brett is playing a little too dumb. An innocent person in this situation wouldn't just be going with the flow. They would likely want to know immediately why they're being
The
interrogated.
guy's a rapist too. He's a piece of
If you
shit.
frequently need to go to the bathroom late at night, we recommend eating 2 pieces daily. If you need to visit the bathroom multiple times at night, this can be used.
That's what I did. I just stayed there all day, smoked, and that's it. And just stayed there and sleep. That's all I did Thursday, Friday. That's all I did. I didn't even go to the club. I used to go to the club all the time. But didn't go to the club
She's like
Friday.
17.
Stayed there, played video games, chilled with all my friends because all of our friends come over. So that's all I did.
Okay. So all day Thursday, and Thursday night, didn't go anywhere. Stay right there at the house smoking weed.
Well, not at the house. There's not weed at the house.
Where'd you go?
Right outside.
What do you mean right outside?
Right out, just in the apartment complex with some buddies.
All right, so let me make it more clear. So you did not leave the apartment complex.
No, I was outside because you can't smoke inside.
You can't?
No.
Who all was there at the apartment with you?
Basics, Nick. I can give you last name if you want him.
Nick who?
Nick Freeman.
Nick Freeman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunter Pruitt.
Hunter Pruitt?
And that's it.
And that's it?
That's just
We almost said Scott. Was Scott there?
Well, Scott, yeah.
Scott was there?
Daniels, her son.
Right. Scott Daniel?
And Dom.
And
I
Dominic?
can't wait till the end of this, yo.
That's okay.
But that's
I'm gonna see
honestly,
what the
that's
heck
who's there
happens.
all the time.
It's
That's who
like,
was there Thursday, though. I don't care about who was there all the time,
That's
bro.
who's there.
You know what I mean? Your life's your life. But, now, so we got that taken out of the way, right? Thursday, didn't go nowhere. Swear on your mother's
I
eyes.
swear on my mother's grave. Eyes hard.
Okay. Now, Friday. Take me through Friday morning, all the way up through to Friday night.
Friday morning, woke up around like 11:30 or 10 or something. Ate something. I did the same thing.
11:30 or 10, you woke up, did the same thing? Okay.
The second detective that just entered the room does so for a very specific purpose: disruption. The clanging of the chair, dragging it, slamming it down, and even his lack of formal introduction are all intentional. The idea here is to shatter the suspect's sense of security and eliminate any
shit.
comfort he may have settled into. If the officers didn't already feel pretty certain that Brett is guilty, they likely wouldn't be using such an aggressive strategy this early in his interview.
yo, cops mess with you.
That is me and Scott then.
Just you and Scott.
Because Nick's got school and Hunter, he usually does what he don't come over every day until later the days and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all who was there. Don was at school.
Where was Tracy at Friday?
She works.
What time did she leave the house?
Usually when I went to work, she'd always wait.
No. I'm talking about this Friday.
This is gonna help me remember.
Okay.
Like usually when I go to work, she'd wake me up around like 7:30, 7 o'clock. She takes her son to school, and then her son's got to be to school, I believe, before 7:45, and after that she usually goes straight to work or something. But between, honestly don't know. I really don't keep up. But from when she used to wake me up, probably around like 7:30, 7 o'clock or something.
But what about this past Friday?
She's on a routine.
Usually that's honestly when she leaves.
Okay. All right. But you didn't leave the house all day Friday?
I didn't know.
Friday night? Okay.
Stayed home, played video games, and just chilled.
Okay.
I ain't got no car or anything.
You don't?
So how'd you get down there?
Outside of these guys, who else do you know? Do you know a guy named Dustin?
Dustin,
Dustin Taylor?
well, I know him, but yeah.
All right, well, let me put it to you this way, okay? When I said, Brett, do you know him? And you said, And I said, Dustin Taylor, and you said, I know him.
Well, I work with a Dustin.
Right. Dustin Taylor?
No, you don't work with a Dustin.
All right. But you know Dustin Taylor?
Yeah, I do know Dustin.
You do know Dustin Taylor. When was the last time you seen Dustin Taylor?
Shit, where are you going with this?
About two and a half weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago? What happened then?
I'm Steak and Shake.
You went to Steak and Shake? You live over there at Steak and Shake, don't you?
I'll be there a lot.
Yeah.
That's all we do is chill at Steak and Shake.
Okay.
Took me to get my hair cut.
He did?
Yes, sir.
Steak
So when
and
I talk
Shack.
to Dustin, he's going to verify that, right?
I'd drop my bike off my house, took me to get his hair cut, my hair cut, and then he took me home.
You said that was 2 weeks ago?
Right there 2 weeks ago, right there 2 weeks ago, a week and a half. I'd say that.
That's a nasty little scratch you got right there on your cheek, buddy.
Oh shit.
If you ask me, it's a bold move for the detective to put his hands on Brett, especially directly on a portion of Brett's skin where he spots damage that he suspects may be evidence related to the crime. I feel like this could have been handled better without the physical contact. As you already know, Scott Chapman, the detective that spoke to Brett on Tracy's phone, is the same officer that interrogated Stephen McDaniel in that very same room about the murder of Lauren Giddings. And as you may remember, he too was quite handsy with the suspect.
Tell me, bud.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did, Stephen. Your hands with the body. Quit lying. We want you to tell it so that way people understand you're not a monster. Things just, you got out of control.
I'm by no means insinuating that these detectives battered Stephen and Brett,
Duress.
but touching a suspect during an interrogation is a risky move that a defending attorney may argue is a mild assault that placed his client under duress. If duress in an interrogation can be proven in court, a confession may be rendered void.
Ooh. I'll so use that as duress, for real. I'll run it up.
Yeah. Well, that was me and a dude named Lemmy wrestling at work when I worked at 5 Star.
How long ago was that?
About two weeks ago, a period ago. The big pink one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh shit. Big pink scar on his
You said
face.
you left the dealership when?
about 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. All right.
Oh shit. Bring
Your
up the
relationship with Tracy. How was that relationship?
Pretty good.
What you mean? I mean, are you guys in a relationship?
A lot of people ask us that now.
Why would Tracy say y'all have? It's okay. I mean, you're of age. If you're listen, I know that, look, man, I know that, all right, you don't want your best friend to know that you're banging her mom. That is, your best friend's mom, all right?
Well, no, it's not that I don't want no one to know in a relationship. I just try to keep the word relationship out of it because I don't like that. I don't like having a girlfriend.
All right, so you're just having sex with her.
You can call it.
Okay. Right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, okay. Because she said that. Tracy's been out here today, all day today. Tracy said a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I know.
Okay.
All right? Now, before I go any further, everything that I've just talked to you about and spoke to you about, you're telling the truth on.
Swear on my mother.
You swear on your mother.
So I put my hand on the Bible.
That's how you do it. That's the
Fuck, they're getting charged anyway, yo. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
It begins with a spark.
Do they really sit there thinking like, oh, they're not gonna get charged? Like,
We're almost 15 minutes into this interview, and there's been no mention of Gil Spencer's murder from either side of the table. Brett Kelly not only swears he's telling the truth, but he just swore on his mother and offered to do so on a Bible as well. He clearly believes this makes him look innocent, but he hasn't even been accused or questioned about the crime yet. The crime hasn't even been brought up in the conversation. This makes Brett's willingness to swear seem unnecessarily desperate. After all, what's he so desperate about? There's no way that Brett doesn't know that his girlfriend's coworker, Gail, was murdered. He also knows his girlfriend was just in that very same room being questioned. At what point in this interview, as an innocent person, would you have raised concern for yourself? For example, fairly early on, you'd likely come out with a question like, am I being accused of a crime here? Or, wait a minute, you guys don't think I killed that lady Tracy works with, do you? Questions like these would be understandable given the circumstance, and only afterwards would swearing you had nothing to do with the crime make a lot more sense. But Brett is completely avoiding the elephant in the room, and that's odd, to say the least.
That's bad.
Well, that's my honest opinion, and I'm going to stick to that.
Okay.
Till the end.
All right, well, let me show you something. Turn the car on. You don't want to stay here for a minute, do you? Okay. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Brett. All right.
The two were left in the interrogation room for a few minutes, during which time the only words uttered come from Brett as he applies saliva to his fresh arm tattoo while stating, I'm just keeping it moist. When the other detective returns, the pressure in the interview is significantly ramped up as Brett's alibi, the one he just swore over his mother on, is completely picked apart.
Oh, goodness. Oh, where was Tracy at Thursday? Did she go to work or is she at home with y'all? She did go to work Thursday? Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you here, kiddo, is you stayed at home Thursday, right? All day Thursday. What is that right there?
Passport?
A passport.
Passport, there it is.
What does that say where it's stamped at? October the 4th, 2012. Okay. You couldn't have got your passport and it's stamped on October the 4th, 2012 if you were at Rutland Corners all day Thursday and all night Thursday.
Okay.
You're lying, Brett.
Well, I'm sticking to my story. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
What story?
What story, yeah?
The one I just told you, that all the information you got right on the piece of paper.
But I got it right here, buddy.
After a few more moments of investigative fishing, the detectives finally put it straight to Brett and ask him about the murder of Gail Spencer.
How much money do you have in your account?
Zero.
You don't have any money in your account?
Zero.
Okay. You don't have nothing? You sure about that?
If I got something, you're going to soon tell me. I watch the first 48 all the time.
I'll bet.
I bet you that you're going to tell me everything.
You know that I'm going to tell you everything.
Yes, that's how cops do it. I'm not stupid.
I'm not telling you nothing.
Alright, well.
Alright. I'm giving you a chance
I watch
to
48
tell me
all
about
the
what
time.
happened over there.
Watch first
Let me just go on and
48 all the time.
I'm
Get
giving you a chance
serious.
to tell me about what happened over at Stassonville Road with the elderly woman that died. Okay? Okay? So, you want to go and tell me about it? No?
I don't know anything. I'm looking you dead in your eyes. I don't care what you say. If I want to go down looking like a monster.
Fingerprints, you got fibers, everything, okay? Alright, I just left the autopsy today. Okay. I could see it. Look, Brett.
Now when cops say that they can see it in my eyes, just because I got a weird look in my eye don't mean I...
Your heart dropped when I brought it up, son. I know you're lying, and I know you were there. Now you got
evidence?
Yes, we've got evidence.
Unless I see it, then that's it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright.
Unless I see my fingerprint put on something, a fingerprint so-called that's mine that was supposedly whatever you found.
So,
fuck.
The way you are now, and that's the way you want to stay, right? You're going to look like someone that don't give a shit. Do you not care? Look, this is... You don't care. Tell me about what? Tell me, you don't care about the fact that this woman was 58 years old and she's dead.
I'm sorry that happened.
All right, you don't care?
58.
I didn't have nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, I did not kill the lady. I don't know anything.
Did I say you killed the lady?
You said the lady ended up dead. Why would I be here?
All right. Did I say that you killed her?
No, but I wouldn't be here if you thought something like that, and then you'd bring up a dead lady. I'm not dumb.
Maybe you were there.
Maybe I was there, maybe I did it, maybe I did not. I don't know. But I'm sure you're going to tell me, because cops are going to get whatever they want.
Okay.
What happened?
I appreciate you having that much faith in us now, Brett. I appreciate
I do.
Okay.
But it's a lot of wrong people.
So I think then you know something.
No, I don't know nothing.
What did you just sit right here and say, Brett? You just sit right here and you sit in front of this man. Maybe I did kill her, maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I was there, maybe I wasn't.
Yeah, but there's a lot of maybes.
Now say that though.
But was I? That's the question, but was I there?
You can answer that question.
And no,
Oh,
if
sure.
y'all say y'all got evidence,
Are you saying you were not there?
no, I was not there at that house.
You were not there at that house.
No.
Even though we can put you there.
Even if you can put me there, I don't care what y'all do to put me there. I'll show you a time machine.
Your internet bill is lying to you. Here's how to slash it instantly. It's simple. No more cables, routers,
Wow. Wow, bro.
He's a tough guy, man. Yeah. Were you that tough with
You're
the lady?
going down,
Do you know what her name
brother.
was? Do you know what her name was? Look at me, Brett. Do you know what her name was?
These guys are actually not
Her name was
playing.
Gail Spencer. She was 58 years old. She had 2 grandbabies. Small. She had a son that loved her. She had a sister that loved her. Okay? She loved her job. She had neighbors that loved her. Okay? Her name was Gail.
Yeah.
Okay, my name's Brett, and I didn't have anything.
Yo, I
to
can't
do
even
involved
see it
myself
good on
with
my
that
other
lady.
screen either, bro.
You were there.
Sometimes the quality
I'm betting
on the
everybody that you got here supposedly.
camera,
Scratchy Brett.
CCTV,
No, she scratched you, didn't she?
for
No, she-
interrogation.
All right, if she scratched
Can't
me,
really see
as
their
smart
face.
as I am, you can pull supposedly the DNA off of her fingernails of my skin if she did supposedly scratch me.
Yeah, most definitely.
And let me guess, you got it.
Oh, we get it. Don't worry about that.
Oh, you can get it because I got like 100 people that says they seen the blood come off my face of this big pink scratch at my work of me wrestling somebody. So you can do whatever you want with that.
And what'd you say that guy's name was?
Lemmy.
Lemmy? You got his phone number?
I don't have his phone number.
Okay.
Brett sticks to his story as the detectives continue to press
That's
about
crazy.
the alleged wrestling match and the origins of the scratch on Brett's face for a few more minutes before recentering the questioning around what they claim Tracy Jones told them.
Well, Tracy's already done told us.
What's she telling?
I'm telling you that.
Then why are you gonna tell me that and not even tell me?
Why?
That's like blue balls.
This isn't a game, Brett.
I know it's not
This is
even
real life.
Yeah, it's real life.
Now look, I don't know if it was an accident or not, but I need you to tell me if it was. Maybe he didn't mean for the lady to die, and she did.
If you think she scratched my face, why do you think it'd be an accident? If you think the old lady scratched my face.
It's clear what the detective means by accident. They're insinuating that even though they believe Brett is culpable in the murder of Gail Spencer, her death may not have been intended. This move has the Reed technique written all over it. They're trying to lead Brett into admitting some form of responsibility for the crime without admitting to malice. And as we know, malice simply means intended. Crimes convicted without malice can equate to lesser sentences. In reality, any admission of Brett's involvement in this crime is a huge step forward for detectives because the evidence has likely already shown whether or not the murder was intended. But Brett is sticking to his guns.
You said it maybe be an accident or something.
Maybe it was an accident.
Alright. You can tell me that when y'all find the case out or whatever.
Wow, there's like no emotion with you whatsoever, Brett. It's like you're just empty. Is that true?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
You don't know if
man.
you're empty or not?
I got a heart like everybody else does.
You're not showing it.
Well, it's beating.
Yo,
That's
this
not
type
all
of
it's doing, it's
these type of people, I know
The detectives
exactly
continue
know what's gonna
questioning
happen.
Brett, asking if he's ever been on the road where Gail's house is. He answers no, and
These type of people, bro, is when you catch them in their cell, talking to their cellmate, and then they're sitting there like thinking they can trust their cellmate, and then they break. They send in an undercover cop in their cell as their cellmate, and they think it's their real cellmate. 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and they crack. And they finally get them admitting it, bro.
continues
That's
to deny
exactly
any
what
connection to
these
the
people
murder.
are.
After a few moments, the detectives
This
turn
is what
the
you do with
focus to
them.
Brett's sister. He has 3 sisters. Notice when they ask him what his sister's name is, he doesn't ask which one. He immediately answers with Courtney. This will be relevant later.
What's your sister's name? Courtney.
Oh,
Her last name
shit.
Kelly also.
Only got 2 last name Kelly.
When was the last time you and her were together?
Courtney, I know. I should have been like, which
Say
one?
it 3 times, I should say that. Wow.
Fuck.
Week ago.
Last week?
Shit.
Not last week.
Like Thursday?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
No, man, last week. That's all I know. I don't know the exact date.
And that was Courtney, right?
Courtney Nicole Kelly.
Brett goes on to claim that he doesn't have Courtney's number or know her living arrangements because she's been gone for 3 years until recently. He also claims she has a bad drug problem. A few moments later, one of the detectives turns up the heat another notch.
Let me tell you, you don't have the skills, son, to fuck with us down here. Let me just be blunt. You don't have that skill, okay? So play all day long, because we got all night, all right? I promise you that. You don't have the skill to fuck with us down here.
I don't have a job, so I'll be here all
That's right. And how about your 12 grand that you put in the bank, or was put in the bank? Guess who's got it?
The police.
We do.
I know about that. I don't know, tell me.
I don't think he does.
I don't think you do either. You need to make a phone call,
But marijuana ain't a drug. Let's do a project.
You got your phone with your breath.
I don't, y'all do.
Okay.
$12,000, dummy.
You want to make a phone call or something? Just shit. I don't know. I'm letting you know. I'm trying to. If you want to make a phone call, you got to hit this, dial 8, and then dial the number to get out. All right. So hold tight. We'll be back.
They think they're smart, eh? They're like setting him up.
Brett is left alone in the clearly
Agent
cold
Clerk,
room
what's
for
up,
nearly
buddy?
30 minutes before the main detective returns and
Good day
continues the
from
questioning.
Australia. Oh, turn up, bro. Thank you so much. Can you subscribe, sir?
Oh, get up.
Some people come and go all the time. Assholes. You know, they don't even say hi.
Late, connect, and collect. Toys
But
they
this is crazy, yo.
Hallmark.ca. No.
Thank you so much for saying hi, Agent Clark. And subscribing and pressing like. Thank you so much.
An old friend of mine called me last Friday and asked me if I wanted to.
It's just
move
crazy.
away. If
They
I
killed
could,
a 58-year-old
I
secretary.
told him that would be cool, but I don't have the money for it. Should I keep reading, or would you like to read it? Take a look. I already got
Mind if I read it all?
Yeah, you can read
That's
it out loud.
crazy.
I'll read it myself.
Okay.
Brett is currently reading a letter from his friend Dustin. Dustin reported something Brett told him to the authorities, a scheme that involved murder, money, and fleeing the country. Brett is quickly losing his grip on the ledge he's been hanging on to. The water beneath him is so far away that it will barely cushion his fall, and, as you may have already guessed,
That's
Brett
wild.
can't swim.
What you think?
Huh?
What you think?
When did you get that?
When did you get that?
Where?
Got to.
Or no, what would you say? When did I get that?
When and where?
I got that today.
Okay.
From House County Sheriff's Department. Who do you think they talked to?
What Dustin?
Yeah. I mean,
Why did he even go down there? Why did he even answer the phone?
It ain't me.
yeah, he did.
But I still ain't saying nothing. Like before you left, nothing changed out of my mind.
I guess they have to bring him in
Change your
I
anyway.
said nothing changed.
So you want to do all that? Look, did you kill the lady over on Simpsonville Road?
No, I did not.
Were you there?
No, I was not.
Were you over there with Tracy? Were you in the car with Tracy?
No, I was not.
Okay. Because you know what they're saying about you out there, Brett? All them out there. They're saying he's a psychopath. Are you a psychopath?
Oh
That's
shit.
what they're saying. They're saying
They're
you're a
setting him
sociopath.
up.
They're saying that you went in there, you killed that woman, or you were there when the woman was killed, and that you don't care. That's that. No. That's not true. Things happen. Maybe was it a robbery that went wrong? that
They
you couldn't
raped her
control?
though.
But you didn't mean for it to happen, right, Brett?
They brutally
is that a
killed her
possibility?
and raped her.
Is that a possibility? Shit happens, right?
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying? Shit happens.
Oh
Maybe you're like,
man. Bye,
you didn't mean for it to
grandma.
happen. I said, no, he's not that. He's only 18 years old. He's not a psychopath. He's not. That's what they're saying. Are they right, Brett? Are they right?
People can think what they want.
That's right. There's nothing you can do about it. But I'm asking you. I mean, maybe they're all right. The way that you present yourself to me and to everybody else
This
down
is
here is that
crazy.
you don't give a shit.
Tracy said about it.
What did Tracy say? tell you. I shoot straight from there. I've been straightforward with you. Since you've been here, haven't I? And have I not treated you fair?
Yo, I gotta come up with a new content, bro. I can't be streaming other like crime stuff all the time.
The other detectives are talking to Tracy, but it's not
I gotta
good.
come up with better ideas.
I can tell you that right now.
That's why I haven't been on a lot. 'Cause I'm like, what am I gonna do?
I walked out, but the look on her face.
But tonight, I really wanted to watch this shit. It was a vibe.
I ain't doing nothing. So, don't tag me.
I'm not going to attack you. Oh, have you reached out? What are you looking for?
Is that a camera right there?
No, we don't have cameras in here, okay? This ain't the first 48, bro.
Oh, yo, cops are allowed to lie to you, eh?
The only people that are
Yo,
talking
it's
right now are
legal. Yo,
And can you swear on that?
oh,
Yeah, I can swear on that. The only people.
it's legal for police officers to lie to you, bro. I grew up hearing that. Yo, if you're carrying drugs, and then the cop tries to buy drugs from you, and you said, "Are you a cop?" and they say no, that's legal for them to do that. Growing up, I used to hear that it wasn't legal. People used to tell me that cops can lie to you all the time when I was growing up. But a lawyer said out of her own mouth, she said that it is legal for cops to lie to you. So be careful with that shit, bro. That's crazy.
Or me and you. I can swear on that.
Yo. He just said there's no camera. He's like, there's no. And does he really think there's no camera now?
Me and you be the only ones talking?
Yes, me and you be the only ones talking.
This is a pivotal moment in not just Brett's interview, but the entire
shit,
investigation.
he broke,
It seems like the rapport building has worked, and Brett may finally be ready to divulge information. With a sense that a confession is soon to follow, the detective will now do whatever he has to do to keep
Fucking
Brett
raped
talking.
her and killed her, bro.
And from this point forward, look at me, buddy. From this point forward, am I the only one you want to talk to?
Yeah, if so, I won't say another
damn word. Okay. Brett, look at me. I'm here with you all the way. Just me and you, okay?
I already know I'm gonna do time for this.
Okay.
I already know you're on sweet sugar and shit. I don't know.
Alright.
But I don't know if I can reduce my time.
Okay.
My time.
We don't make promises here.
He just ratted on them all. He's not gonna see Tanya. What was her name? Tracy anymore. So it doesn't even matter now.
You got my sister yet?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And this honestly did happen at work.
It did honestly happen.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you. Now, when I'm looking at you, I believe you. Okay.
It honestly did.
Oh shit. Yo, he just broke, bro.
As long as I don't get lethal injection.
Oh,
I want to treat you right since you treated me right.
you're getting the death penalty. She was a 58-year-old Gail Spencer who worked hard at, I think, was a mortgage company. And she was moving like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like $900,000. The company trusted her. They didn't have to ask her, and she didn't have to give a report.
Just went bad, and I just need to know I need to know why.
And then Tracy comes to work, and she doesn't like Gail, and Gail don't like her. Tracy's father is a fucking rapist.
I told you, it's just me and you.
Tracy's 38 years old, and Brett, this kid right here, is 18 years old. That's her boyfriend. She told him to kill her, and they raped her. They held her head down and choked her. Fisticated, what's the word? Fixated her or something? But they choked her and raped her. And that's why it's like, as long as I don't get the lethal injection. Bro, you deserve the lethal injection, bro. Are you crazy?
Unfinished song ideas? Lyric cheat sheet.
You deserve the lethal Yo.
You might find yourself
Who's this guy? Deborah, yo, what up, brother?
was seemingly seconds away
I thought
from
you
a
hated
confession
me. Did
when
you just
someone
leave?
knocked on the door. Bar a family emergency.
I thought we were like
What
chilling
could
and you just
possibly be
left.
important enough to risk blowing an instant solve
And
in
you
this
took back your like
investigation? It certainly
subscribe,
seems like
eh,
an odd
Deborah?
exit time. But when the officer returns, the purpose for the quick departure is revealed. The detective needed a copy of
That's
Brett's
Brett,
Miranda rights in
her
order to read them
boyfriend.
out to him and get him to sign his name acknowledging them. A very important step that if
So why did
missed,
you
could
take
have
your
led
like
to avoided
though? Did you
confession.
take away your like and your subscription for me?
Just gonna be me and him
You said
talking,
you
I promise
got me,
that.
bro. You're my friend, and you just disappeared.
Sorry, buddy. Now listen,
But yeah, this is her boyfriend.
you're doing me right, I'm gonna do you right, okay?
This is her
So what I'm
boyfriend.
gonna let you know is I'm gonna let you know you're Miranda Wines, okay? Alright.
I hope not, Deborah. That'd be mean, bro.
Will be used in court as
It's not
evidence.
nice.
You're entitled to have a lawyer now and have him present.
That's not nice, bro.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you.
And I have like childhood trauma and stuff. I have abandonment issues.
You can decide at any time.
I have abandonment issues, man. Don't do this shit. Like, help me, man. Be my friend. Like be my subscriber. Like, subscription. Like, help me
Was
out.
knowingly and intentionally made after you give these
I'm not
warnings.
like that.
You understand these rights?
Okay. Can you subscribe? Did you subscribe?
That's what I'm out of prevent, man. I gotta stop smoking. So you understand your rights, right? So let's start from how all this got started. Okay? I'm right
Thank
here
you. I don't want you to. I don't want you to abandon me, bro. Shit sucks. You don't even know what I'm going through right now, bro.
Has Tracy gave in yet?
As Tracy gave in yet. She's so stupid. Tracy has not given in with nothing.
I can't tell you that.
You're the one that just fucked up the whole thing, bro.
Let me put it this way. We know she's involved, okay? I know she is. But she's down the hall talking to the other detectives, okay? Okay, call Mom. Call your mother. Call your mother. Here.
Oh my god, bro.
I can't be on
Oh,
this.
you subscribed? Thank you so much, eh? Did you like too?
Huh?
We all go through shit. Yeah, bro.
We'll talk first. Let's talk first and then call your mom, okay?
To everything.
Thank you, though. You're right. That's what the hospital said. There's people out there has worse problem than you.
My mom ain't gonna get
Made me feel good, though. You know, you're right. We all go through it. It's not just the world is not just about me. So. You're right.
Huh? No, I'm sorry.
But don't take away your like and your subscription, bro. Like,
Alright, now just stop it.
it's free. Costs you nothing. Oh, he just cracked, Deborah. He just ratted everything.
How do I hit hand?
Like, Tracy.
Alright, I hit that hand. Okay, hold on, Mom. Don't say nothing. Mom. Where are you at?
I'm at home.
Alright, don't say anything. Just let me talk.
Oh my god, this phone call's gonna be tough.
I love you.
Oh, fuck. Trust me, Charlene. Oh, he just cracked. Tracy was holding on tight, bro.
Going on, baby.
He's crying now.
I love you. What's going on?
They raped her. They raped her and fucking.
She's gone.
Yo, the sister said Gail was left with no dignity.
That was a very manly
No
thing,
dignity,
guys.
bro. So imagine that. It's sad, yo. That's sad, yo. Why did you even go down there? You didn't even have to answer the phone. Like, you're stupid. I hope you die, bro.
Sorry, you won't tell? Yeah. Got them all over right now.
They're all over, dude. You know what? Brett, hey.
Stupid
You don't think they're not
motherfucker.
fucking you over?
You're done. Why are you crying like that? 'Cause you did it.
Yeah, that proved it. Because Dustin was there too, right?
Oh, gross.
Okay, all right.
That's the mom.
Let's start from the beginning.
Oh, snap, bro. Tell Dad I love him, bro. Please, bro.
The caller is probably Brett's mom trying to make sure her son is okay. The detective's frantic move of desperation could have given the suspect the idea that he's getting played. It makes the detective seem as though he's only after one thing, and he is. But acting brash like this on the verge of a confession is a quick way to destroy rapport. At any point, Brett could take control of the dynamics by asking for a lawyer, and then the interview's over. Getting a genuine confession takes patience.
Who else was there? How I was read by myself.
Snap.
How'd you get over there? Tracy took you.
Oh, snap. Because she told him to do it. What up, Deborah?
Because she didn't know how to get over there to her house.
Brett finally admits he was in Gil's house during the time of the crime. Only he states he was by himself. But the detective isn't buying it as he continues to press Brett about who else was with him, while accusing Tracy of being Brett's mode of transport. Brett maintains that Tracy wasn't involved at all. But eventually, the egg starts to crack and the yolk is visible.
Stupid.
After that, I was there by myself. I had a pistol, held her hostage. I ain't a shooter. I
choked her.
That. I knew she died of suffocation.
Shop everyday low prices on the weekly digital flyer.
These guys are brutal.
Online or in the Walmart app.
These guys are brutal. Oh my god. I want to smoke so bad. Shit, Ed, did you quit?
How?
Did you quit?
Suffocated.
Can you say
Are you in a house where you can't smoke?
I'll tell you everything. Detail to detail.
This is kind of an odd moment in the interrogation, but the detective
Yeah,
actually follows through by holding Brett's
quit
hands
two
and
weeks
leading him in
ago?
prayer. It's obvious
Shit,
the officer
nigga.
feels awkward about doing so, but it's an important step in securing information.
2
The detective
weeks,
handles
eh?
it cleverly, though, even
That's a
going
long
as far as
time.
to ask God not only for strength, but forgiveness for Brett Kelly. After that, Brett starts to talk about what happened.
fuck.
To summarize, he starts
Just gotta
by
hold
saying he
on,
was
bro.
dropped over to Gil's house that morning. He said he walked